Hey everybody, you're back with not Dave and Ed, and this is To the Death Podcast, episode 24 with Kyle Maitilasso. He is one of the main training partners of me and Dave, and you'll notice that there is no Dave today. We have my beautiful wife filling in, Megan.
Hey guys.
How come you're here, Meg?
Because Dave's really been slacking and I gotta pick up the slack. My back is hurting from having to carry him right now.
So what I'm doing right now is slowly phasing Dave out of this podcast and my life.
I mean, that works for me.
What?
I wanted this to happen a long time ago.
How? You're the one who told us to do this podcast.
I know, but I thought he was going to be better. And he's proving that this was a mistake.
Better in which way? You're saying he's not good on the podcast?
I'm not your mom. I don't think his voice is amazing. She's like,
He's got a good voice.
According to you. I just feel like I would have just changed my mind from the beginning. Knowing then what I know now.
Which is?
I would have picked somebody else.
But why? What does he not do?
I mean, is he here right now? Is he doing this intro outro with you?
He wanted to do it over the phone again.
Again, which is just like not even the bare minimum. It's terrible.
What do you mean not even the bare minimum?
That's not the bare minimum is show up and record, and that's it. He couldn't even do that. Way to go, Dave.
Well, anyways, he's in the interview that you're about to hear with Kyle, and Kyle is a brown belt and he trains with us all the time. He beats us up, and we learn a little bit about Kyle, not much, because Kyle is very introverted and he wanted to talk about other things.
Well, you guys do, I mean, even on the podcast and stuff before, you guys mention him a lot. So it's not like people don't know some things already, because you do mention him. And you also talk about him in person a lot. So
Yeah, but we didn't go into detail about him. I just give you peripherally what's going on.
I know, but still, people, it's not like super fresh. It's like, oh, we already kind of know about this guy.
Well, what do you think? You never even met Kyle.
I know. Well, I told you, I have like the weird thing where I have an expectation of what these people are going to sound like. I had no expectation this time. I was like, don't even have it. He just sounded like a chill guy.
Yeah, he's super chill.
Yeah, he was real chill.
But he's a killer on the mats. And this episode was a nice and easy one for me and Davey. And I hate Dave, but he's good sometimes.
Agree to disagree.
So what do you think I should do with him?
I mean, the slowly phasing him out works for me.
Forever? Like he's not even allowed to be on here anymore?
I don't know. He's got to really make up for it.
What could he do?
He's got to get like a super famous guest. Tell him he's got to get Joe Rogan or don't come back.
No, that's not good enough. We need better than Joe Rogan.
Better that's what you aspire to have. You
I want
Joe Rogan.
To Tasteless.
He doesn't even know who that is.
He's a StarCraft 2 and StarCraft 1 commentator, and I love him.
But he lives in Korea.
He lives in Korea, so Dave's got to fly me out, and I will interview Tasteless on Dave's dime.
Wait, are you bringing Dave with you?
No, just me.
Okay, that's fair.
Well, listen, Dave already talked about it. He said that, if I wanted to do interviews on my own with people, he would set it up for me still. So, sounds awesome.
Well, let's see if he actually does that. It's one thing to say it, and then another one to actually do it.
Dave's just so busy. He's got to work. He's got the school. He's got family.
You have work. You have this podcast. You have a family.
Yeah, but I work 2 days a week. Dave works 5 days a week, and he's at the school 5 days a week.
He gets no sympathy from me.
I know. Is it good? Do you like it?
I liked it. I thought it was funny. I was giggling in the car while I was listening to it. So,
well, cool. I hope you guys enjoy. This is To the Death Podcast, episode 24.
Would you like it? No, I'm good. That voice you hear is someone that Ed refers to on previous podcasts as a Greek god.
Yeah, he's taken, ladies. Engaged. Kyle.
Freshly.
Kyle, what's his last name, Ed?
I don't know. Kyle, I don't even know your last name.
I know his last name. It's hilarious that you don't, though. How long have we been training together?
I don't know. How long have you been coming here?
Like 3 years almost.
The whole time, right?
Yeah, I've known you before Dave, so...
Yeah, me and Kyle used to train at Andy's. He used to come to, like, open mats or...
But the important thing is that you're such a horrible person, you don't know his last name.
That doesn't make me bad.
I'll spell it. I'll see if you can pronounce it.
Oh, okay. You want to play again?
Just give me the first letter.
M.
Masterson.
No, but weirdly close, I guess.
Not really.
Maitilasso.
Maitilasso?
Close enough.
Close.
What is it?
Maitilasso.
Maitilasso.
You should hear how some of my high school announcements were when I was coming out to the wrestling mat.
What? Yeah, give me one.
And from Higley, Arizona, Kyle. And there'd always be a pause. Maitilasso.
I wish they would do announcements for jiu-jitsu tournaments. for white belts. They come out with some theme music. That'd be fun, right?
They do announcements for Worlds. Did you hear that one interview with Dominica before we interviewed her?
No, I don't remember.
No, I sent you one. I said, listen to this so that we had a little bit more material. And she talks about how they'd never even try and pronounce her last name. When they call her over the loudspeaker at Worlds, they just say, Dominica.
Oh.
No, they don't even say that. But how do you say that last name, Ed?
Oh, Bellanite.
Wow, I'm impressed.
What do you think, Kyle? You've been listening to our podcast. Did you listen to that one?
Probably. I don't remember.
That hurts deep.
Sorry, wasn't memorable enough.
Damn.
So we were excited
You just going to let him say that to us?
Yeah.
That's your favorite episode, too.
It's my second favorite episode.
What's your favorite?
19.
19.
Maybe it's 10. It's 10 or 19. 3, 10, or 19.
See, I do not know these as intimately as you all. Yeah.
No, that's just me and Dave. He likes to
those
listen.
are my favorite.
Dave will listen to me and him episodes just over and over. He just loves to listen to himself talk.
It's the combination.
But we get better feedback on the ones where we talk less.
You got one person giving you feedback. That's the only feedback
One of
we've
my
gotten
best
from
buddies.
this episode.
So?
Somehow, we got the best feedback out of every episode off of my brother's episode. So I'm hoping that we can do it again right now with my best friend, Kyle.
You have to listen to everybody's voice. You have to listen to your own voice when you edit these, right?
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't stand that. I'd quit right there. I can't stand
Wait,
my own
so you're
voice.
not even going to listen to yourself?
Oh, I won't listen to this episode. Absolutely not.
What if you get good
great.
feedback?
Probably still not.
What do you think that is? You think it's like a...
When I first heard my voice, I couldn't believe...
You couldn't believe it?
I couldn't believe that was coming from me.
How old were you?
I was probably like 16 before I heard my voice.
That's the first time you heard a voice?
Yeah.
First time I heard my voice, I was like 11 or something. I was like, who's that? And I was looking, I'm like, that's me.
Still had the high
And
pitch.
it's before I had the puberty, too. It was right before. So I was like, what? I couldn't believe that's what I said.
You hit puberty at 11?
No, I said right before I hit puberty.
So you hit puberty at 12?
Yeah, around 12.
I hit puberty at like 19.
No, that's not true.
I was a late bloomer too. I think I graduated high school at I was like 5'2".
How?
How tall are you now? 6'2"?
I'm 6.
You're taller than 6 foot.
Maybe barely over 6.
For those listening, Kyle is in great shape. He ragdolls me and Dave. It's just brutal.
You should have seen... Did you post up the video from Tuesday? Was it yesterday?
Yeah, I posted that today.
Oh, man. Mauled me. I have never felt so bad.
How'd you feel last night? You killed us.
Last night I felt good. I came home. I told Sammy right away. Like, I got him. Got him, Sammy. You've been so proud.
Yo, you did. I was the opposite. I went home and I was like, damn.
Long shower.
I actually, before we left, it was just Ed and I, and he said that he was going to quit before he left.
Yeah, I wanted to quit yesterday.
He's quitting jiu-jitsu. So I texted him when I got home. I'm like, you can't quit jiu-jitsu because I'm quitting jiu-jitsu.
But you see how the tables turn, how quickly they turn, and then what happened today?
Well, today you let me play on top.
Yeah, right.
And I do better on top than I do on bottom. That's just the fact of life. But I know what I'm doing wrong. You ever just know? And I don't do anything about... I make all these complaints and I don't make excuses. I just know what's wrong. And then I'm not going to fix it.
You got to watch yourself.
No. But I literally know what it is. I don't want to do the work to fix it. But thank God you're here because Dave wouldn't push me to fix anything. You know, you're so terrible.
Thank you.
No, you actually did good tonight.
I know. I don't know.
I heard he swept you.
He swept me 2 times. This is the first time he swept me in a while.
And more important, I butterfly swept you.
He butterfly swept me. That made me feel good, though, because
it's
a great sweep.
That round, not that I keep score, but I do with Ed sometimes, I won 4-2, and I had an advantage.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. I should quit. I rolled with Sam today, too. He's doing lat drops. I'm on my knees.
He tapped me.
He tapped you today?
Hey, with that armbar.
He can't
If
break.
he had 5 more seconds, he would have tapped in.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, he would have.
Yeah.
Not me, though.
The
I'm
arm
too
was
strong.
on its way out.
Kyle, tell everybody how strong I am.
Ed's unusually strong. I don't really know where it comes from.
Why do you say unusually, though? Is it because you're looking at his physique?
Not only that, I am genuinely surprised when I'm trying to muscle something I can usually muscle when I'm trying to cheat.
That's because you're
and it
strong.
doesn't work.
Yeah, you're strong.
But you're comparing when you cheat with me. I'm the weakest person in the room. Everybody can cheat with me. And then you go trying to cheat on Ed. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
You know what sucks about you, though, is you try to use strength, though.
Oh, all the time.
Why? It doesn't make sense.
Because I feel like if I just go really hard with this move, I'm going to get it. And nothing happens. I don't even get nobody even flinches when I do it.
I feel like I got to stop doing that. Maybe I should just let you tap me.
Don't let me do anything. I'm going to earn it.
Probably
I
not.
earned those 4 points today. And I'll remind you about them.
Kyle taps me.
Kyle's good.
Yeah.
I know.
Good thing you're here, Kyle.
I come very close to tapping you. I don't remember the last time I tapped you, though. Been a while.
It's been a little while. The last time you tapped me, I think it was
Romo's, like, right
it was probably
there.
an armbar because that's how I get tapped.
But
Arm bars.
it's the MMA math.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Because today I did well with Kyle. Don't look at Tuesday's
No,
video.
not your first roll.
No, not that was my first roll. I always have to warm up.
I hate when you say that.
Yesterday I was warm though. You go back and watch that video. I was like a helpless child. I never felt so bad. He had the best shoulder pressure. I was like, I just lay there. My arms were out. I couldn't get my elbows in. My face was pressed to the mat. It was horrible. Today I redeemed myself. Now I don't have to quit jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get you good tomorrow. Today I was a little tired.
I wonder why.
Sam.
Why don't you try standing with him?
No, watching him stand with Dan was great. It was fantastic. Dan did like way better than I thought he would.
We should have paid for that show. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you stand with him, Kyle?
No.
No?
No, I will if I was feeling
If your knee wasn't
if
all
my knee
messed
was
up.
healthy.
Yeah.
No, I've taken him down actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a knee like a knee block. You
Okay.
kind of shove him with the
Yep.
neck and you just block the other knee.
If Sam lost like 20 pounds and got in really good shape, he would be, unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's scary. Sam is one of Dave's white belts.
He's definitely the scariest role in the room for me.
Yeah, because he's not just a white belt. You're talking about a white belt that's wrestled his entire life.
It's the
he
instincts.
just graduated college.
He's got the instincts, his body, like when you try to off-balance him, he just finds his base.
He's been
super easy.
wrestling
I know.
forever.
That's what I'm saying. Like when you
And not just wrestling, he's good.
I don't want to show him anything. Is that bad? I don't want to show him any details to anything.
How about his brother? How about Justin? That kid holds on to everything, though.
He's not as big though.
No, but you remember that day we did over-under? He was almost over-under passing me on the day he learned it.
That's my dream. I want everybody I want to make an over-under army.
Wrestling gives you such a good base. I wrestled all through high school. And first day of jiu-jitsu, it's like, why didn't I know about this? And you just pick up moves real quick because you already know it's all in your hips. You already know the basic, control somebody's head, control somebody's hips. And, you got 90% of their body controlled.
What about your back getting taken? Did you get your back taken?
Yeah, there's still a lot of holes you got to work through.
That's
Leaving
every
your neck
time
out.
I roll with a wrestler in their first week or two, they're just bellying out and they just
Back in
you
triangles.
just take their back. I feel bad for them, but not really because if they get on top of you.
As soon as they get comfortable playing off their back, then,
That's when I used to get triangles. All the wrestlers.
All the wrestlers.
Not anymore.
When was the last time you locked up a triangle?
Reverse triangles, I've been hitting them.
Yeah, you got me in one not long ago.
Did I?
I think so.
I can't remember. I tap you
From
so
the
much.
back.
No, I tap you so much I can't even remember.
Really? I don't even think you submitted me. You put me in the position in the round then, probably.
No.
Because it takes you 5 minutes and 55 seconds to get there.
Did I get you yesterday? Oh, yeah. Tell everybody what I got you with yesterday.
I don't know. What did you get me with yesterday?
So I passed. I got to mount. Walked your arm up. Went for the key lock. Put it over your head.
Oh, yeah.
I put him in the arm bar.
Textbook.
And I was hugging the leg, just sitting on him. And then I just squeezed my arm as hard as I could. And he taps from...
No,
like
you straightened it.
No, I didn't straighten it. You tapped from like the bicep slicer. I didn't break the grip. I was just leaning
I
on
didn't
it.
have a grip.
What do you mean? Yeah, your arm was completely bent.
Oh.
I was doing this. You were
I'm
trying to
pretty
hold
sure
on.
it straightened.
Nah, see,
I
now
can't
he
remember.
ruins the whole story when he.
Okay, it was bent. He bicep
How about this?
sliced me.
I almost bicep sliced you from the bottom when you have me in an armbar.
That is 100%. I'll
Exactly.
never forget that. I have you in an armbar, and you're almost tapping me.
I probably spent hours and hours in that position.
Listen, why don't we talk about our guest more?
Go ahead. Sorry.
So, Kyle, you just brought up wrestling. Every single time that I try and sweep you, I can remember that you wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
You have such amazing base. It kills me. That's it. Thank you. You're welcome.
Thanks. Okay. Next question.
So, newly engaged. How long have you been with your girl?
Oh, about 6 years.
6 years.
I think.
Were you thinking it's time to poop or get off the pot?
Exactly. No, but it was really easy. It was a really easy decision, actually.
Is it going to change your jiu-jitsu?
No.
All right, good.
Wait, what was with the pause? Leave the pause in.
I didn't understand where. Why would it change my jiu-jitsu?
Is this a shotgun wedding?
What is that?
You only proposed because she's pregnant?
No.
No.
I was just kidding. I knew that wasn't the reason. He told us beforehand.
No, it's modern medicine, man.
What?
It's modern medicine.
What does that mean?
Birth control
Birth
pill.
Oh, birth control. Yeah. Thank God for that. Or else I'd have 3 by now.
Don't have a third.
I've been thinking about it.
Don't just remember what Emily said.
I know,
Do not
Emily
have a
said-
third.
She didn't say that.
She said that.
She said, listen to your heart.
She definitely didn't
My
say
heart's
that.
undecided.
Do you have a heart?
Yes.
Kyle, what do you think?
Yeah, it's got a heart.
Yeah.
How big is it?
course.
Is it like the Grinch?
No.
No, you have a pretty decent heart.
Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
Kyle. What? Come on.
How long you been training now, Kyle?
6, 7, since 2013, I think. So almost 7 years.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
We should really feel
What?
bad about ourselves now.
2013?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you've been training way longer than that.
No, but like I said, I wrestled. So
I feel terrible about myself even more now.
And you really should, because he's your age. At least, when he beats me up, I'm way older than him.
Nah, I will never use that. Even if he was...
I'm the excuse maker. Let me do it.
Whatever.
Let me do my thing.
Yeah, but Kyle, tell everybody how awesome me and Dave are. That's why we have you on here, to talk about how awesome we are. How good are you getting because of us? We're the best.
No, actually, that's true. I'm coming here a lot because me and Dave and you, we all go back and forth, you know. We're all over each other one day, and then the next day, just like today. Between yesterday and today, that's exactly why I come. It's worth a 40-minute drive back and forth.
40-minute drive. Wow.
Dave, if I lived 40 minutes from here, you wouldn't see me no more.
That's why I'm trying to get you to move out here so you're closer. You know what the worst thing is, though, when you roll with Kyle? When he does the move of the day on you, or not even the move of the day, anything that you've taught him,
Oh, yeah.
and he does it to you. And you're like, that's the last time I show him anything.
Yeah, last year, me and Kyle would roll, and I'd be like, all right, if I want to take this round off, I'll just put Kyle in half guard and just sit here. And then he just didn't have a detail. Then I gave him the detail, and now half guard is the most miserable position. And I still go there. I don't know. I was there yesterday with you. How did it go?
Good.
You just slowly crushed me.
That's where that 40-minute drive comes in. I got a lot of time to think.
He's
on the
just
way
thinking
home.
about how to kill us.
Just eating at me.
How about me today with the shutting down your over-under today, huh? I didn't let you make the grip. Yesterday I was lazy or something.
I think I caught you lazy because today I don't know.
It's contagious. You're usually rubbing off on everybody in here.
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, last week you threw up. The very next day people threw up.
Kyle, were you here when I threw up? That was fun.
Couldn't pass up the double golden arches.
Oh, yeah. I rolled with you first. That's who I threw up right after that.
That's great.
Terrible.
When was the last time you threw up from training, Kyle?
I never threw up.
I don't think I have either.
Never.
Not from training.
Fine.
I don't think it's really that good to be throwing up. Like, it's like a sign of like you're working really hard, but I just think it's like a sign
of weakness.
No, you're just eating like not good.
You know, I never saw anyone throw up from training until I opened a school. Am I doing something wrong?
No, I've seen plenty of people throw up.
I haven't.
Well, especially because Yanni keeps the room real hot too. That helps you throw up.
How nice was it today? No air conditioning.
It wasn't that bad in here. It's starting to get cool out. I love September. It's the best time of the year. September, October, it's my favorite.
You're wrong.
I love a chill in the air.
When's the best time of year?
Summer.
The
Hot.
worst. That's the worst. Too
Hot.
hot. It's too hot.
I like the heat.
Why?
Heat zaps my energy, man.
Let's roll in the summer.
We did.
I know he was killing me then too.
So, Dave, I wanted to talk to you about something I've been thinking about.
Please.
So, you know, this podcast, we're trying to promote it and stuff.
You're right. We should stop.
Yeah. But we could go to competitions, right?
Uh-huh.
We set up a booth. I don't know how we do it. We bring the mats Gary has, roll them out,
Okay.
set up a stand, and they say it's free to play. I lay on the thing, put me an arm bar. You got 1 minute to break my arm bar grip. If they win, they get a shirt or something. If they lose, we'll give them a sticker.
I love it.
Nobody will get me.
You
like
don't
a
think
carnival game.
Yeah.
I like that.
You think somebody would get me?
I think that there's probably going to be somebody there that can get you in 1 minute.
Somebody, maybe one person. I'm saying like most people.
Yeah, I think you'd come out profitable. Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't call it. Yeah, we should charge.
Are we
them.
charging?
Charge them $1.
Charge. If they don't get it, they pay you.
Yeah,
They
that's
pay
good.
a fee to try, and if they get it, they get their $1 back and a prize.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So also,
So it doesn't cost us any money.
yeah. So then I was thinking we bring the little podcast thing I got, get a little system where I could hook it to myself, roll the wires up so we could walk around, ask people silly questions. You know?
That I like.
See?
There you go.
Wow, you're always thinking,
Innovative.
Ed.
Yeah, we got to bring a camera. We could videotape all the tap ed thing. That's how we start the tap ed thing.
Perfect. I love it.
Quit your job.
Okay.
Come on,
so
we just
the next
go.
tournament in 3
We just
years?
go from tournaments to tournaments.
The next tournament in
20.
3 years.
I'm saying
right.
we get ready for 2021.
Pans is in a couple weeks.
It's
They
still
will-
on?
Yeah, they moved
Where
it.
is it?
It's in Florida. Guy
Florida will
Pans.
do anything.
Yeah,
Thank God for Florida.
and Texas.
Yeah,
Have you
Texas
been
don't
watching
care.
any of the competitions lately?
No, I figured everything was still canceled.
No. Oh man, some of the best competitions are going on during this.
Why
whole
don't we
thing.
watch together sometime?
Come over?
When?
I don't know. There's one this weekend. Actually, there's two. I think Friday and Saturday.
I'm working Friday. Saturday.
Okay.
All right, come over.
Last Friday, I laid in bed at like 8 o'clock with the family to watch Aladdin.
Right.
I fell asleep by 8:02. I was out cold. Such a loser.
What about Saturday?
I was at my brother's house.
How's your brother doing?
Horrible. You didn't see him tonight, did you?
No, I didn't. What is he doing?
He's thinking about quitting.
Is he coming tomorrow?
No, he's thinking about quitting.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he's coming tomorrow. Kyle, you coming tomorrow?
Probably not. I am exhausted today.
How about Sam? When's Sam coming again? The wife. Now you
yeah.
have some pull on her, right?
No, I don't think it works that way.
No?
Yeah, I think it works the other way. I think jiu-jitsu's off limits, but pretty much everything else she kind of will have the say in things. Isn't that how it works? That's how I've always heard it works.
She's going to have a say over your life, but you're not going to have a say over her life?
Yeah. I've seen enough American TV shows to
No,
know how this works.
it's not how it works. You got to dominate them. I tell my wife what to do, and she does it.
Really?
That's the American dream.
Wow. Interesting.
I can't wait till she hears this.
I can't wait till she hears this. I'm siding with you, Meg.
Wait, so you're telling me you knew Kyle trained only 7 years?
I knew that already, yeah.
I thought you were training since like 2010 or something.
I thought it was 8, though, so now I feel even worse. But remember, he's your age. And Kyle, do you know how old Ed is before I said all that?
He already knows. He listens.
How old did you think he was before you knew?
I was pretty surprised when I heard he was 31. I thought he was my age.
Wait,
a little
he is
older,
your-
maybe.
How old? You're 31, aren't you?
Yeah, no, I'm 34 next week or something.
34?
Yeah.
I thought you were 31. I feel like you were just 31. Must have been 3 years
I was
ago.
31.
Yeah, he used to be.
Yeah.
Wow, we're getting so old.
Mm.
So you're getting old now. You want to have kids?
Uh-oh.
You don't need to answer that on the podcast. You guys can discuss that on your own time.
No,
Tell me
yeah, I
later.
want kids, I guess. I don't think I've ever said that out loud.
That'll change your jiu-jitsu for sure.
Just bring him here. Listen, I told Tom, I told Pete, I said, just bring the pack and play, throw it on the floor, throw the kid in there. We'll turn the music up loud. We won't even hear him crying.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely, they're going to have to definitely try jiu-jitsu, but
What age will you start them in jiu-jitsu?
what if they're not into it, though?
They're not
You
gonna
make them
force
do
it.
it. You
No,
force
can't.
them.
And
No.
Didn't you hear what happened with Kron Gracie and Hickson?
What happened?
They were like estranged for a while. And Kron was like a skater or something. And then when he was in his 20s, he came around.
Yeah, he was a teenager when he wasn't doing jiu-jitsu, right?
He never
Yeah,
won the
but
big
he
one,
didn't really
though.
talk to his dad for a while.
Kron never won what big one?
I don't know, yeah, big tournaments. He always came up a little short.
For Worlds,
Yeah.
for
I
ADCC?
think just Worlds and those two.
Yeah,
Now, what's
okay.
the difference between Pans and Worlds? And is they ever? It's IBJJF rules, right?
Yeah, they're all
They're all the
IBJJF
same.
tournaments.
Yeah, they're all the same. It's just Worlds is the one. That's the one everybody really cares about.
Yeah, Pans is like number 2 in the gi. But now there's so many competitions. I mean, you have the UAE with the World Pro. Now, my favorite local tournament, Grappling Industries.
All right, come on. They're not sponsoring us. Stop mentioning
Yeah,
them.
cut that out.
I miss competing, man.
Are you going to compete?
Yeah, if I can.
Let him get his leg
I
fixed
gotta-
first.
I'm waiting for that NJ or the IBJJF to go in New York again. The Open
Yes.
or something.
That's what I want.
Those are
Oh,
the best.
You're gonna
We're
do
going to
it,
get
too?
Ed to do
Those
it,
are
too.
so scary. I love being scared like that.
Yeah.
Waiting for your name to be called
There
in
you
the
go.
warm-up area.
See? That's what
We're
I'm
going to
talking
get Ed to do that. And now, are you going to be competing under core, Kyle?
Yeah, probably. I don't train anywhere else. My other school has been dissolved.
about. Yeah, but I'm going to be coaching them. You can sit back.
That's fine. Nobody can coach. You can't coach.
I can scream pretty loud.
Oh, okay, that'll work.
We'll just tell them the time. That's all.
That's all you need to do.
No, I definitely benefit having a coach. Because I'll be staring right at something and, unless somebody says, go for that arm,
Yeah,
I'll just stare at it.
that happens to Dave. That happened to you
Competition,
today.
you kind of freeze up a little bit.
I didn't freeze. I just liked the position I was
No.
holding.
Don't be silly. This is why you don't get good.
I knew how to get up.
Just
I really
No,
was
that's a
comfortable
lie. That's a
holding
lie.
that position.
it's a lie.
It's not a lie.
You think
it's
he
the
knew what
truth.
was going on? He wasn't going to figure it out.
He had the position. He was waiting for me to move and
Yeah.
make the bigger mistake.
Because I wanted it to be
But he had it.
more secure. I didn't want to fight for it.
It's like a crab right position, but I
Mhm.
couldn't get my legs free. I don't know. You have good control there.
He sucks. I got to stop being so tired. I want to dominate you.
Only if it's your first round.
I could tap Dave once, maybe twice in a round. Like if I'm having a good day. I don't know how you can get tapped 5 times by somebody in a round.
Who got tapped 5 times?
You got tapped a bunch by Dan in a round.
Oh, yeah. That
That doesn't even make sense to me.
No, that one day he tapped me, I think it was 24 times in
How?
a 6-minute round.
What's going on?
I don't know. He was angry at me. I called him names, and he took it out on me.
I could talk crap to somebody as much, and they'll never tap me 5 times in a round.
No, it wasn't 5. I really, it was in the 20s. 1 6-minute round. He
Not
tapped me
20s.
so many
You're
times.
just making that up.
It was high, though.
Kyle, don't you think less of Dave when he gets tapped so much in one round? Like, you're not going to get tapped that many times.
I don't know.
Like he's embarrassed for you.
Are you embarrassed for me, Kyle?
No, I'm not.
No? Do you get tapped a lot in one round?
Not 5 times.
This is why I avoid trying to talk all crap because then I have to back it up. If I
That's
just
the best
shut my
part.
mouth. Yeah, I know. For you, I mean, that's what keeps you motivated. Like I can't let him tap me after I said all that.
Yeah. Did you see Covington this weekend? He's the king of talking crap. He wins, talks more crap. Now he's got to back it up again. That's got to be so stressful. Conor McGregor, all the crap they talk.
Who's the other one?
Covington?
Yeah, who's that?
He's the MAGA guy. He acts like he likes Trump, and he riles everybody up.
Okay, I heard about
He's
him.
at 170. He beat Tyron Woodley this weekend. Killed him.
Who's the guy that wants to fight the basketball player?
Fight the basketball player.
Yeah.
That's probably him.
Oh, is that him?
Yeah. He was talking crap about LeBron James and all the athletes.
That's him then. Yeah.
But he's doing it for the views. See, we could do that. We could start cursing and causing a rustle and a bustle. I don't want to do it that way. I want to
We'll
earn
just
it.
talk crap about LeBron James too. We'll get on that train.
No.
You should have 2 podcasts. One is your explicit.
You can't.
No holds
The
barred.
problem with that is somebody's going to link it. Somebody that listens to this one is going to get a link to that one, and they'll be like, wait a
You
minute.
too much.
We've already talked about this, and there's no way that podcast can ever go out.
No.
Just have a different name.
But then we couldn't tell anyone.
Yeah, we got to change our names.
And if we didn't tell anyone, we would get no listens because right now we get 4 from the 4 people that we know.
Yeah, us 3 and
Ed's
my
mom.
dad. No, my mom doesn't listen anymore.
What? I called her.
No, you didn't.
I'm gonna.
I love you, Mom. She'll never listen to this.
I was texting your dad.
What do you say? Anything?
I'm the funny one.
Yeah, he's just messing with you.
No, he means it.
He doesn't.
He does. Kyle, out of us 2 on the podcast, which one's the funny one?
Oh, you're both pretty funny. I'm not gonna take sides here.
You're being like a politician.
Yeah.
Can you just pick sides? Just pick a side.
No,
Talk some crap.
I think when Matt was on, I liked him on it better than listening to you 2 banter. When he was like in the middle of you. That was
Why?
kind of
I don't understand. We were making fun of him. You like when we make fun of other people?
No, he was making fun of me.
No. I was getting Matt pretty good at that one. Maybe we should start pushing the people a little more. Make fun of them a
Okay,
little
start
more.
with Kyle.
No, I don't want to do that. It's hard because then you're right here, and then I like to talk crap behind people's backs. That's the best. Everybody loves that. They'll never say it.
Yes.
That's the best. When you just say things with you got ultimate freedom.
I don't like doing that.
You're a liar.
Who don't answer.
Exactly. So everybody likes it, but when you do it on recording, then people could use it against you, take it out of context.
I'm just worried about how you'll edit whatever I say together.
I know. I was thinking about doing that. I was thinking about that today when I wasn't making the clip.
Yeah. What about my idea? Wasn't that a good idea?
No, I can't do that. I was thinking about really putting like a sentence together that you didn't say.
Can you do a clip, please? We need a clip.
We don't need the clip. Instead of doing the clip, I was thinking about the tournament thing. We need more ideas like that.
Okay, but I need a post. So I was waiting for a clip, so I didn't post today because of you.
You're supposed to post. When in
You
doubt,
told me you were going to have a clip.
when in doubt, just post. Kyle, you ever
Kyle,
work,
You're like a married
you ever
old
work
couple.
with somebody on something?
No, I never worked
Yeah,
with
see,
you
anybody.
will because you're engaged
Don't ever
now.
do it. Listen. That's different. Marriage is you work together on that.
Right, and if she doesn't listen, you can always
Don't say
ask
that.
her nicely.
I wish I did this by myself because Dave.
If he did it by himself, it would have been
It
over
wouldn't
a
have
long
happened. Yeah, it
time
would've-
ago.
You're not
over.
putting this out, actually, are you?
Yeah, this is going
This is
out.
pretty terrible.
This is not terrible.
Yeah. People aren't going to listen to this.
That's how we feel every time we do this.
I
That's
don't
what we
ever feel that way. I
No.
feel like every episode is better than the
but
previous.
Kyle, listen, this is seriously how it works, though. Like, we do this, right? I'm like, what are we doing? And he's like, no, we're the best ever. And then we're not, though. Like, some people will say something, and then other people just won't watch. So we kind of just hit it right in the middle.
Don't you want it right in the middle, though? Like where it's half the people hate it and half the people love it?
As long as the people that hate it are still listening. Like, did you
Yeah.
ever hear what people said about Howard Stern?
That's exactly
I
what I was
hate
thinking.
Howard Stern. Why do you listen? Because I want to see what he's going to do next.
Yeah. Same reason why people like listening to him.
Yeah, we're not Howard Stern.
We're better.
I think the only reason it works is because Dave's so delusional.
You just have to have no filter. That's tough.
Well, yeah, no, you have to have some filter.
Yeah, because we're PG.
No,
Ca-
you have to be.
Oh, yeah.
you
yeah.
have to have a filter. But Howard Stern would
He-
be as good as Howard Stern.
I
He has
know.
no filter. I mean, he has a filter, but it's like a very calculated. You know.
Have you listened to him recently?
No, I
It's
heard he's
probably
sold out.
The
It
same
is, isn't it
exact
so?
show.
He just got older. He's in his 60s.
Yeah, once he hit 60s and was still being the same perverted, I'm like, I
That
can't
would be
listen to this
pretty
anymore.
weird. If he was doing the stuff he was doing in the 90s now, it'd be pretty ridiculous.
You saw the movie?
Oh, yeah.
That was a great movie.
It was a good
1997.
movie. Is that when it came out?
Yeah.
Is that the year you were born?
No, I was born in 89.
Oh, you were born in 89.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. So, Kyle. What are you laughing at?
Because he's like, what's up?
Dave said you're going to move.
Yeah, that's the
We're
plan.
not talking about that now.
I want to know.
Oh, all right.
If you move,
I
then
told him, Kyle, I hope it was okay.
but what
I
do
didn't
we-
know it was going to be on the air, though.
it's all right. I can cut it out. What are we going to do if you go?
It's
I don't know,
3
you can
years
come with
away.
me. No, you guys can come.
I'm not coming. Where are you going?
State of Washington.
All right,
You don't wanna
careful
go?
over there. There's stuff going bad in certain parts of Washington right now.
Oh, yeah. Portland and Seattle, all those riots.
Yeah, I would stay
Yeah,
away from
I'll
that
just
part.
stay away from that. Washington's a pretty big state.
All right, cool. What are you going to do? What's over there in Washington? It rains over there.
Yeah, I don't mind the rain.
Are you a vampire?
That's the dark.
That's,
No,
you know why that's funny?
What are you thinking
Twilight.
about?
That's Twilight.
It's
Yeah.
Twilight.
Did
You never
you
watched
see that?
Twilight?
No.
That's my
You've
wife's
never seen
favorite.
that?
No.
Wait
no.
a second. Is your wife going to listen to this?
Yeah.
I went and saw every movie in the movie theater.
By yourself?
No, with my wife.
Okay.
But I was excited for them.
Oh my God, this is
Did
so
you
silly.
watch it?
I watched the first one because I was 20, and then after that, I was like, "This is for girls."
I watched everyone. I loved it. Kyle,
is-
you never saw it?
No.
It's for 12-year-old girls.
So don't they sparkle or something? What they
Yeah,
melt
yeah.
in the rain?
Yeah, that's the
In the sun, they
stupidest
sparkle
thing.
in the sun. But if it's raining,
They melt.
Instead of
like
no, they don't
Wicked
melt.
Witch of
up.
the West.
no.
They should combust in the sun.
Come on, don't you know about Twilight vampires?
No, I know about vampires.
No, Twilight
Stake
vampires.
through the heart, wooden stake,
That's still true.
Is it?
cross.
No, you have to rip their head off and burn them in Twilight.
Oh, I can't believe we're talking about Twilight right now.
I used to be into all that folklore and stuff when I was younger.
Like what?
Vampires and werewolves and all those
Yeah, but which one specifically?
What's your favorite movie? Horror movie.
horror movie.
American Werewolf in Paris? London?
No,
Which
I
one
don't
was
even remember that one.
I saw
London
that.
is older, I think.
I saw one of those when I was like real little. It came out in like the 90s. I don't like scary movies.
You know what I
Still.
just saw the other night? The remake of Pet Sematary.
How was that?
Not as good.
No.
I don't even know
No,
what
they
that is.
tricked you with, spoiler alert, they tricked you in the classic scene where the little boy's running to the road and his dad can't catch him and you just see the shoe fly after the truck hits.
Have
I
you
never
seen this
saw it,
movie?
no.
We never
You never
seen
saw
this movie?
this? Pet Cemetery?
No, but I'm listening
Stephen
because
King's?
I'm gonna watch it.
No,
The
you're not.
dad was just sprinting full bore, couldn't catch his kid. It's just a heartbreaking scene. And but he Pet Cemetery is you bury your whatever pet
And it comes back to
it
life.
comes back to life. So this one they set up the same scene, kids running towards the road and the dad's chasing him and he catches him. He gets him. He pulls him out of the way. Such a cheap shot.
Oh, so you wanted the kid to die?
I wanted authenticity.
What
If
does
you're
that
gonna
mean?
remake Pet Cemetery,
That's
you should
not-
ha- you
Right.
should-
I hate when they remake a movie and change it.
Why
Yeah.
remake the movie at all?
I hate when they remake or they make a movie from a book and they get all the details wrong. They switch it around. Have you seen? I can't remember the name of it. It's recent.
who's
It
the
was a
actor?
recent movie where they were going into this special world. It was like they were
Hunger
like
Games?
trained military. Huh?
No. What are you talking about?
In not Inception.
Who's in it?
No, I can't think of it right now.
Who's in it?
I can't think of it right now.
Kyle, what the?
The book was completely different, and the name of the book
Oh.
is like a key word.
Ender's Game?
No.
No.
The name of the book is like the key word in the book, where it's like this word is being used to make you commit suicide. Like they train these people and
Bird
brainwash
Box?
them. No,
That sounds like Bird Box.
no, that was terrible.
That was terrible.
She could navigate extremely well for being blind, right?
She was the best.
Yeah.
She wasn't blind. She was blindfolded.
Whatever.
Did you ever see Daredevil?
Yeah.
I saw that in theaters. The movie sucks.
It does not suck. I just
No, that
showed
was
Emmett
fun.
that movie.
I
like
hate
that.
it. No, it's for kids. It's for like teenage boys. I'm not a teenager anymore, so I don't like that stuff. Like
about
Marvel
Twilight's good though.
and Twilight's terrible.
But come on, what's your favorite scary movie, Kyle? I thought we were gonna bond here for a
Texas
minute. over
Chainsaw
scary
Massacre.
movies.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That
I
was
saw that in
good.
theaters too.
The old one or the remake?
The remake.
The new one, actually. Yeah.
Jessica
Yeah,
Biel.
I know.
Because the beginning, that the sheriff. That,
Uh-huh.
oh, he's so scary. He was the dude in Full Metal Jacket, the drill sergeant.
Uh huh.
Oh,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
that guy. I think
All
he just
right.
died recently.
He did.
My favorites are the House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yes, and Devil's Rejects.
Yes.
Awesome. Rob
Those
Zombie.
are
Oh,
great
Devil's Rejects. I
movies.
remember my friends loved that.
great movies. Really messed up.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
That's why it's so scary, because
Okay,
that
that's
could be
probably
real.
my favorite. Those two together, House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects. So I listened to Rob Zombie growing up. I was like one of those kids.
It came on the other day
Metallica and
during
Rob
class, and Matt was going crazy, and
I
we were
heard.
all calling it Tom Petty.
Yes, Tom Petty.
Sam was like, for real? No way. This isn't Tom Petty. No way.
I love that.
That's because Dave said that he tells Matt everything is Tool.
Yeah, but is this the same for you? Like when we were younger, teenager, early 20s, you used to find new music, listen to music and stuff. When's the last time you like went out and like searched for music?
All the time. Spotify's great for that.
I never like look for anything.
This
They're
isn't a
not sponsored, I
Spotify
know.
commercial.
Yeah, we're not sponsored by them.
How about this WAP song? Ed just told me about it yesterday. You a
Never
big
heard
fan of
of
that
it.
one?
Never heard of it.
Cardi B, come on, it's the #1 song in America.
No, I don't listen to...
I had no idea what he was talking
I
about.
don't listen to like top 10 hits and all that.
You don't like Ariana Grande?
Who?
Selena Gomez.
She was on like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, wasn't
Yeah,
she?
but now she puts out bangers
What the hell is a banger?
like a Rage. Ricky will Rage.
What? Can you speak English to me right now, please? Kyle, do you know what he's saying?
I have no idea who these people are.
You know who Selena Gomez is?
Nope.
Dated Justin Bieber.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
awesome. I love his stuff.
Yeah.
You love his stuff?
I listen to it with my girls.
It's a talented kid.
Really?
Yeah.
Somebody said they were talking about a song. I had no idea what they were talking about.
Is it our job to stay up with the times, or we
No.
just live in the past?
We live in the past.
I didn't stay up with the times when I was like in the times. I've never been up to like pop culture or anything like that. I've
What were
always
you
just
listening
kind of...
to when you were a teen?
Well, I mean, Metallica, I guess they were like popular then. But I kept listening to them after they died out. So whatever I liked at like 11 and 12 and 13, that's what I like when I'm 33.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like your favorite band. Like if you had to pick your top 10 bands, they're not from any bands in the past 5 years.
Mm-mm.
Exactly.
Well, no. I don't know, actually.
All right, give me a band that you like in the top.
I don't know any band or
Oh, you
song
just know
names
the-
because I just
Yeah, you
click
just put it-
favorite whenever I like a song, and then it just goes into the abyss of my like songs, and I just shuffle through that. And then if I hear one enough times, I'm like, oh yeah, who is this? I'll actually try to remember, but
What are you searching for when you play it, though? Because I don't even know how to look
it's
for
like a
music.
sound. So if I listen to a song that I like the sound, I'll like listen to more like this. So that's what.
So you
one of
actually
those
put in,
options are.
to start, though, if I'm starting from scratch, you put in a song
Mm-hmm.
and then go to sound.
Yeah, but just like over the years, it's kind of like evolved. you know?
Years. I'm starting now. How do I start now if I want to listen to what you're listening to? You guys hear the music I play in here. I don't know
2000s.
music.
You play late 90s, early
Yeah, you play
2000s
old
stuff.
That's
school.
what I love.
That's what I like too.
I don't have any disagreements with it. I like it.
Perfect. I think that some of the younger
Tool?
kids in here, though,
Like-
they have no idea.
Nobody listens to Tool
Yeah, Tool's
anymore.
awesome.
All right.
Everyone listens to Tool.
No,
Especially because they just came out with a new album last year.
nobody's listening to that.
Matt owns it, and he probably plays it on repeat.
Yeah, but how do you feel about that? Like the way people find music is completely changed now. I do the same thing you do, but I do it with Pandora. I've been listening to the same Pandora station since 2010, and I just thumbs up and thumbs down probably thousands of songs.
Yeah.
And now it's just this weird mix of my favorite bands
Mm-hmm.
that just plays over and over, like you're saying. Then once
Yeah.
in a while, their new albums will come through, and I'll be like, "This is crap." Just give me the old stuff.
So I was with someone the other day, and I don't remember where we were, but a song started playing, and they're like, "Oh, I like this song. I have to find out the name." And there's an app, and he just put it by the speaker, and it picked the song for him, and he put it in his playlist.
Dude, that's been for years.
Hey, you never
Really?
heard Shazam? Come on, man.
You gotta step it up here. I can't believe I'm doing this with you.
Sorry.
You got
No,
no.
phone apps. Come on.
That's a
You use
basic
Google
phone app.
Maps?
I was the last person that I know to get a smartphone.
You're an imbecile. This proves my point.
Fine.
All the
What's your
stuff I've
point?
been saying.
What's your point?
You
said it proves your point. What's the
You-
point you're trying to prove?
are no help to this podcast. You
Okay.
are a detriment.
That
a
is
net
the
negative.
deal we made.
No, I thought you were going to be a net positive, even if it was like 1 or 2 points.
What do you mean? I am the net positive. You do all the work. I do all the social media.
Kyle, wouldn't that drive you crazy? Like if you're working really hard on something, it's like working on a school project.
Wait,
you
let's
do all
face
the
it.
work, and
Let's
then he's
face
going to
it.
take just as much credit as you took.
Wait. I give you all the credit for all the editing that you do. All right. But when we started this podcast, you did a lot more work.
Say we were going to
Now
say
you're barely
No.
putting out clips. All right. You were recording last minute. You're giving me the final product Sunday night at
It's
10
Wednesday right
o'clock.
now. I'm going to have this finished.
Finally.
Nah, actually, I'll probably finish this on Sunday. I got to work on Friday. Tomorrow's my rest day.
You can't just sit in front of the computer and do this?
My back's
You
been
know when
hurting.
you're a kid and you're at your friend's house and their parents start fighting?
Yeah. One
That's what
time
this kind of feels like.
I was fighting with my mom. She wanted me to do the dishes.
You better have done them.
I didn't want to do them. It was like in the middle of the day. I was hanging out with my buddy. We were playing video games or something. And I just told her I'm not doing it. And then she started getting angry. And she told my friend to go home. And then he started to get up. I'm like, no, stay right there. And
she doesn't run this house.
And then she started screaming, like, you better get out. And I was like, just sit back down. He left.
Of course he left. Your mom's bigger.
What a loser. I'm not washing the dishes. It's not my job.
Tough guy.
Who washes the dishes at your house?
Nobody. There's just a house. Sink full of dishes always.
Is that why you guys eat McDonald's so much?
Yeah. That's one of the reasons I'm so
Switch
fat.
to paper plates.
What kind of diet
We
do you
got
have,
paper
Kyle?
plates.
Hang on. Maybe we can get some health tips from Kyle.
Oh, you want to know the secret?
Yes, please tell me.
You have to get one of those Costco sizes of Oreos, and you have to eat one sleeve every day. Big glass of milk.
Why do I feel like you actually do that and get away with it?
Yeah, I literally do that.
Do you do that
You
really?
eat Oreos every day?
Every day, yeah. It's either that or ice cream.
You move, though. You got to be moving.
Yeah, but I don't eat a whole lot during the day. I'll have like a healthy breakfast, like eggs and whatever.
It's ridiculous. That wasn't what you were expecting.
No, not at all. But listen to what I've eaten today. All I had was 3 eggs, a little chorizo in my eggs, and a little cheese in my eggs. And that's all I've eaten today. And look at me. Could you imagine if I added Oreos to that? What the heck? It's genetics.
Kyle, if you've seen
Yeah.
him
a
go
lot of it
bad,
is.
Dave can go bad. Like, he can eat.
And you haven't even seen me eat.
I want to see it.
Oh,
Do
nobody
you,
wants
when
to
you
see
get
that.
drunk, do you eat more?
I don't drink.
I'm like, sometimes you get a little buzz. You've never been drunk. I'm saying, if you've been drunk, does it make you hungry?
I don't think so.
You gonna be yawning on the podcast? Seriously?
I don't think so.
Kyle, you drink?
Yeah.
Do you get hungry? When I drink, I
don't really
I feel like I never
I
ate.
don't drink to drunk anymore. I haven't gotten drunk in a while.
Isn't that the way
Drunk
now?
munchies.
I feel like people don't do that anymore.
Get drunk?
That I hang out with. I'm
Drink-
I'm starting to
You're
hang
getting
out.
older. You're becoming an adult.
I know. I don't like to.
Congratulations.
I don't like to drink more than. I don't like to drink anything.
2 Trulies.
2 Trulies. I had a headache the next day.
Did you really?
Yeah, because I do it so infrequently that I don't know, it just hits me different.
Are you still making kombucha, Kyle?
Kombucha.
Kombucha?
No.
Kombucha? Whatever.
Right now I'm making vinegar.
You're
So
making
it's kombucha, but it's just you
sitting
don't
there
touch
for
it for a
way
while.
too long.
For what,
It's
though?
vinegar. I don't know.
It's
What
for
do you do with
digestive health.
The vinegar.
What do you do with it?
You drink kombucha.
Vinegar?
Well, if
It turns
sits
into
too long-
vinegar if you sit too long. If it sits too long. I'm not doing it on purpose, just being lazy.
Oh, wait. So if you make it into vinegar, what do you do with it? You just throw it out?
Actually, Sammy used it Sammy used the vinegar for her hair.
What?
Yeah, she heard vinegar is good for your hair.
Doesn't stinks though.
No, it washes right out actually.
Okay.
I still drink it. Olga makes it sometimes, and when it gets that bad, I still drink it.
That's not good.
I
for you.
remember I asked you when I started making it, do you want some kombucha? And you looked at me, you're like, I don't drink that stuff.
Because I didn't want the homemade. I drink GTs all the time.
Oh, you didn't trust mine. I see.
Yeah, no. She was
Thought
making
I'd put
kefir.
Slip a Mickey in there.
Slip a
Kefir?
Mickey.
Kefir's good.
She was making it homemade with raw milk. She's like, have some.
Raw
I don't
milk?
think so. Yeah, we've talked about this before. Raw milk.
Oh, yeah.
It's just sour milk,
Unpasteurized,
right?
from the teat.
It's like no sugar though. Where's
You
the
mean-
sugar?
It comes out of the teat with sugar in
No, not enough.
it. You should have had it when you were over, but you forgot about it.
I don't want that. I like sugar in my milk plus chocolate.
Chocolate milk.
I'm not
Actually,
surprised.
I'm
not
due
surprised.
for some chocolate milk. I haven't had chocolate milk in a while.
Okay, make it out of the raw milk. We're putting an order in. Oh, she's got to put an order today.
It's too late. They closed.
No, they're not closed. We can do it until 7 a.m. tomorrow. 7 a.m. tomorrow, and then we'll pick it up on Sabado.
And then I'm gonna come hang out. What are we gonna do?
I don't know. Something.
Oh, we're gonna watch the fights.
Oh, what are we doing with Christina?
I can't have it. Nobody can watch the kids.
Oh,
When is your daughter gonna be old enough to watch the kids?
I don't know. What's the proper age for that? Kyle?
14?
I'd say, well, she's a girl. I think they can do it younger. Probably
What
like
age?
11, 12.
11. His
She's
daughter's
11
already
now.
11.
Yeah, she could probably watch the kids. Then.
I don't think my wife would like that.
Boys, you have to wait. Like, never.
Yeah, never.
Never let boys.
Because they're not paying attention to what's going
Yeah,
on.
they'll just destroy. They'll like show them how to destroy the place.
Oh, man. I'm sitting at home today. What was I doing? I was just sitting having my breakfast, lunch, whatever meal you want to call it. And I'm just sitting there trying to eat. And Emmett's behind me. He's playing soccer in the house. We have this like little goal that he just brings with him. And he sets it up in that like foyer room there. And he's just kicking it, kicks the goal. Thing's slamming. It's made out of metal. I'm like, oh, man, what are you doing? Go outside. You have a full-size goal outside. Go outside.
There's bears out there.
Yeah, bears, coyotes.
I don't like that. There's been a coyote walking around my neighborhood. I thought it was a fox. It was a big coyote.
Kick a coyote. Not scared.
Yeah, but I got little babies.
Kick the coyote.
I know, but
Did you let the kids out of the house?
no,
alone?
they're not allowed
So
to go
what are you worried
outside.
about?
I don't go outside.
All right, whenever the kids go outside, I tell them take one of the dogs with you.
I don't have a dog.
But you just said you worried about him for the bear. Take one of the dogs with you. Maybe I'll get lucky.
You can't say that.
So cut it out. Or don't. I don't care. Actually, could that hurt the gym? Cut it out.
All right, so Kyle, we were talking about competitions. What do you think about some of our competition thoughts? You've heard them. Heel hooks?
Heel hooks in the gi. No, right?
I don't mind heel hooks in the gi.
Yeah, see.
You want heel hooks in the gi?
He doesn't mind them, he
I
said.
think it really depends what you're training for. Like if you're training in the
for
gi
IBJJF
specifically for
gi competition.
IBJJF,
We're not training for that.
but
We're
day
training
to
for real
day,
life, baby.
I mean, if you have like a 6-week or 8-week thing that you're preparing for, then yeah, no heel hooks in the gi. But normally, if you're just training like open-ended, work on whatever you're working on. But you should definitely disclose that. Like, hey, by the way, I'm going for your heel.
Yeah. See?
No heel hooks in the gi. What
Next.
about crucifix? Points for crucifix.
Oh, I like that.
Yes. How many points do you think it should be?
Yeah, 2 points sound
2
good.
points.
Yeah.
You said 1 last time.
1 to... I think like there should be 1 point positions.
Because the back is right there. I mean, unless you just have to step and then dump them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you have the arm trap.
Which Ed will feed you the back so that he can escape. Because his weakest position is the crucifix.
It's not my weakest position. My weakest position is probably when I'm in a back triangle.
But that's a submission. I'm talking
Yeah, I
about
know.
a position.
Uh,
What's your weakest position, Kyle? Tell.
I suck at open guard.
Guard?
Yeah.
You're on bottom, open guard? That's your
Yeah.
weakest position?
Yeah, that's why we're always switched. That's why I'm never playing guard with you.
What do you mean? As soon as you sit guard, you always get that single leg X and I'm dead.
Yeah, but
Kyle, I've never even
right now,
seen you try single leg X on me. I
That's
say
'cause
way too low.
I can't get
That's
under
because
you.
he does it with his right leg.
Oh.
Right, yeah, everything I used to lift, like butterfly, X guard, everything used to be started with this bum knee.
Yeah, that's a problem.
That's right, surgery, October 7th.
Did you talk to the
Scary.
doctor?
I'm going to talk to him on Friday.
Oh, I thought it happened already.
I
Friday.
was thinking about going under anesthesia today. I'm going to be so nervous. Have you ever had surgery?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You've
Had
been
a
put
couple
out?
surgeries. Yeah, it's awesome.
What'd you have?
I got my appendix taken out, and then I had the surgery on my head.
What was that?
That
I got hit in the
explains
head-
a lot.
I got hit in the head with a baseball.
Ah.
With a baseball.
It hit an artery. They had to do emergency surgery, cut my thing
Wow.
open, close it. Yeah, it was a whole experience. I almost died. But they gave me anesthesia. When I woke up, I was like, whoa, I feel great.
Really?
I was all hooked up to all these machines, and my head was all sliced up, but I felt good.
So you got hit in the head with a baseball?
Yeah.
You got knocked unconscious?
No, I didn't. That was the weird part. I got hit in the head, and then I was like, idiot.
That was not the button.
That wasn't
just
the button.
for everyone listening.
So I was in a baseball practice, so I was walking around to the next station we were going to do, and my head was just starting to like I just didn't feel good. And then I was getting ready to whatever, and some guys on the team were like, hey, you're all right? I'm like, yeah, I'll be all right. And then eventually, like 10 minutes go by, and it felt like somebody was stabbing me through the ears with like picks, and it was unbearable pain. So I was like hurting. So they called the trainer down, and then it became unbearable. I started screaming bloody murder, and I was a kid. I was like 15, and so I went to the hospital. And when the ambulance got there, I started throwing up in the ambulance because I had a pretty bad concussion.
Yes.
And then when I got to the hospital, I just wanted to go to sleep. I didn't even think I was gonna die. I was just like, my head is unbelievable pain. So they put me out.
Really? I thought they say don't fall asleep if you
No,
have a
no, they
concussion.
put me under to do surgery on me. They had to close the artery because I hit the artery. So then once they closed it up, I went to sleep. I woke up 8 hours later. I didn't know, and I was like, "Hey, what happened?" They're like, "You had emergency surgery. Like you almost died." I was like, "Oh,
So you just missed time, right? There's just a block of empty
yeah, it's gone.
space just
Yeah,
gone.
it's gone." Eventually, the drugs wore off, and then it wasn't fun. That was a tough couple months. But then I got my appendix taken out, and then it was hurting. I went to the hospital, and as soon as I got to the hospital, it stopped hurting. And then one of the nurses was like, it's probably nothing. But they gave me the test anyway, where you drink the juice, and they do the
Ultrasound or
yeah,
CAT
ultrasound,
scan.
yeah. And they're like, oh, we got to go now. Like, it almost burst. So then they put me under for that. I woke up feeling really good.
Have you been under?
My wisdom teeth, I got
Yeah,
taken
that
out.
was fun, too. I did that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you
weird
just feel
waking
good.
up. I was
I hate
very
waking up.
talkative waking up.
Yeah.
I was like very
Yeah,
talkative.
you're just talking.
Yeah.
I talked to my uncle. He's like, I never talked to him before because when I was a kid, you don't talk to adults. Adults talk to adults, kids talk to kids. So I never really knew what to say to him. But then once I came out of the anesthesia, I was just hitting him rapid fire questions. They just kept coming to me. I just wanted to know everything. And he was like, what?
So that's all I have to do to get you lively for this
Yeah.
podcast is put you out first?
Give me some anesthesia.
So does that make you more or less afraid of death then?
Less.
Really?
Well, what do you mean? What part?
Like just that whole experience. Were you
The
going
whole experience,
under,
it didn't
like-
feel like a near-death experience.
No.
So it doesn't have the effect. I don't think it affected me like that.
See, I'm afraid of going under and then just never. making
That's
it up
possible.
again.
What do you mean?
I know
Don't
it's
be. You
possible.
could
No,
be
no,
afraid.
no. I'm telling him not to be afraid of it.
You should be.
Play a game. This is what I do. The couple times I've been put out, I'm like, I'm gonna stay awake.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, you did that, right?
Yeah. So when
You're
the
just like, I'm just gonna stay.
no, it wasn't even that. When I got my wisdom teeth taken out, the orthodontist or whoever purposely told a joke, like was the corniest joke ever, to get me to laugh because he knew it would make me laugh. And I was like, no, there's no. I tried as hard as I could to not laugh at his stupid dad joke. It was like one of the worst. It was like for kindergartners, and I laughed. You can't stop yourself. That's how happy you are.
Can you give you gas?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the gas.
Oh, I loved it.
But that's not anesthesia.
I know, but I didn't even go fully out. Like he was messing around in my mouth. I'm like, this feels amazing.
You ever see
He's
Lethal
ripping
Weapon?
my teeth out.
Lethal Weapon 4?
I don't
no.
remember that.
No, Lethal Weapon 4. Oh,
I've
man.
seen it, but not in a long, long time.
That's the one with Jet Li in it.
I don't remember.
Oh, I think I remember that.
You
They're
know,
handing each
they-
other the mask back
Yeah.
and forth, just cracking up. Yeah. What's his Glover? What's his name?
Oh, Danny Glover.
Danny
Yeah.
Glover.
Is that his real name? Or is that his name in
Donald
the movie?
Glover? Danny Glover.
Is that his real name or
no,
his name in the movie?
his real name.
Oh, all right, relax.
His real name.
Jeez.
Come on, Mel Gibson.
That's his real name. I know that one. And then who's the other guy?
Danny DeVito.
Nope.
No, not Danny DeVito.
Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci.
And the other guy.
Whoops. Gary Busey.
No. Was Gary Busey in that?
In the
he was
first
in the
one.
first one. Yeah, that was the first time I saw a triangle. I'm like, what is this nonsense? That's not going to
Oh, I
put
don't
somebody
even.
to
I
sleep.
barely remember that. Yeah, it was like 1988.
I don't know the year.
You guys
Can
ever
you stop
see,
doing that?
You ever see Die Hard?
Die Hard, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Die Hard's the best movie ever made.
What,
No.
Jiu-Jitsu and Die Hard?
No, it's just a great movie. I just love it. I think it's so awesome because when you watch it, it's like such a time capsule. It like can never happen today.
All right.
Like all the factors that happened in it. If it was just a cell phone, like the movie's over.
We were talking about this the other day, though. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
I watch it every
How
Christmas.
about Gremlins?
I don't watch that.
Absolutely.
That's a Christmas
Yeah.
movie, right?
What
Yeah.
even is that?
Shut
It's
up.
right during Christmas.
I don't.
He gets a little Furby
Mogwai.
or whatever. Mogwai, yeah. Mogwai, fear Satan.
Mogwai what?
Fear Satan.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
You've never seen
I
the
never seen it.
Gremlins? We're going to have to do a Christmas marathon movies.
What do you watch on Christmas?
Gremlins.
I watch Elf.
Christmas Story. Just on repeat.
No, I hate that movie. I watched the Polar Express, actually. I like the Polar Express.
I don't watch that. You ever watch Santa Claus with Tim Allen?
Yes. 1, 2, and 3.
I used to love that.
What, when you were a kid?
When I was a little kid, that came out.
Oh, man.
95.
You see that? I asked him not to do that because he's weirding me
I
out.
love
spitting these
like
dates
I
out.
love having years to things. I like to put
Home Alone, that's a Christmas movie.
1990.
Wow. You really attach yours to just movies? Does that
Yeah,
work
movies.
with?
I love attaching years to movie. I like to know how old,
Scary movie.
I like to know how old people are. Scary movie. The first one.
He's going to guess because he doesn't know now. He knew 3.
I knew Scary Movie 2 came out. I think 2000.
How about Major League?
I think Scary Movie came out in 2000. You got your phone. It might not be 2000. It might be 99.
What about the other movie I just said that I can't remember? Major League. When did that come out?
Charlie Sheen.
I actually like that movie a lot. I used to like Angels in the Outfield when I was a kid. You ever see that one?
Yeah. saw that at camp.
1994.
2000.
2000. That's what I said.
I hate you.
I like Scary Movie 2 though. When I was, I was a teenager and
Is that the spoof?
no, Scary Movie 2 was just the next one. The guy with the weird ass hand.
What's the spoof?
my good hand.
What?
What's the spoof?
The
Oh,
s-
that's the spoof of Scream.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Scream. I didn't like those. I don't like scary movies that are real. It's too scary.
Yeah. You want to hear something funny? That's actually the movie I meant when I said scary movie.
What?
I meant
You
Scream.
meant Scream?
Oh, you bet
Yeah.
Scream.
Scary movie is hilarious though.
Scream. That came out in the 90s. I can't remember what year though. I didn't like
Back
it
to the
though.
Future?
Terrible
That's
at
why I don't
this.
like it.
When did Back to the Future come
Back to
out?
the Future came out in 1985.
I think you're right. Karate Kid.
84, 83. I wasn't born. I didn't like Karate Kid either. I
What?
like the movies that I like.
Wait a second. How about the new one with Jackie Chan? Did you watch that?
I didn't watch that.
Thank God. We were about to just end this podcast. That would have been the last thing. Kyle, what'd you think of the new one?
I didn't see it.
He didn't
Thank
watch
God.
it. Why
The
would he
old
watch
one?
that?
I don't really remember it.
Red Belt.
Oh, Red Bell. I saw that one. That one's funny.
No.
When they do the
Isn't there, like,
2-on-1
Cobra,
jiu-jitsu.
Cobra Kai now?
No, they don't do that.
Red Belt?
Yeah, they don't do 2-on-1. What are you talking
I
about?
thought they had like a
No,
thing.
they do the thing where they tie the arm.
Oh, they
to-
tie the arm. Yeah. Cool. That's cool. That movie's corny. There'll never be a good jiu-jitsu movie.
You don't think so?
It's supposed to be
No.
coming.
Did you see that one? It's about karate though, but the writer said it was really about jiu-jitsu. Who's that really awkward kid that's always playing?
Ed.
Yeah, Ed. I
playing
can't
what?
think of any movies right now. I can't think of any actors' names right now.
No, but I wanted a Rocky style movie. We talked about this before. But jiu-jitsu, like in the 80s when the Gracies were doing all the Gracie challenge and stuff. Like something loosely based on that, but a fiction.
Rocky IV, Christmas movie?
A Christmas movie? That's not a Christmas movie.
Well, he fights on Christmas, doesn't he?
I'm talking about Rocky 1, the only good one.
That's the only bad one.
Because he
think so?
loses?
3 is the best.
3 is awesome. I
Yeah,
used to
3
love
is great.
3. Like when you're a kid, that one ramps you up. Like that makes you want to be somebody.
Everyone loves 4, but man, I always liked 3.
3, there's so much adversity, you know? Mick dies. That's so sad. The first time I saw it, I cried. Kyle, you cry when you watch movies?
No, but I get emotionally overwhelmed.
I
Wait
cry.
till you have kids. You're going to cry like a baby.
Oh, yeah. When
movies, you
No,
know what?
movies.
I almost hate how movies are so easy to manipulate us. Like they just have like some code.
like an
have to
algorithm.
follow,
Yeah, it's like an algorithm.
and then they just put it all in order and then guaranteed tears. You can't help it. Like if you're human or you have any heart at
Yeah.
all.
You guys ever see Radio?
Yes.
You know,
I
when
don't
his-
remember it.
When his mom dies, I cry like a baby.
No, but speaking of Cuba Gooding Jr., how about that one when he's a diver? What's that? Man of Honor. Men of Honor?
The Diver? I don't remember
Yeah.
that one.
Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
I
was
didn't
a
see
good
that
one.
one.
Really?
He was like one of the first scuba guys for
No, I
the
never saw
military.
it. You see A
Navy.
Few Good Men? Cuba Gooding Jr.'s in that.
No.
Very briefly.
Is that the You Can't Handle the Truth?
Yeah, I love that movie. Every time it comes on, I got to watch it to the end.
Goonies. That's a movie I
No,
got to watch.
we'll
to the
never
end.
watch that.
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters, 1984. That's a good one.
Kyle, how do you feel about Goonies?
I love Goonies.
I hate the Goonies.
How do you feel about Ghostbusters?
I like Goonies better.
What?
Of course. Goonies is one of the
Come
greatest
on,
movies ever.
Kyle.
I mean, if it wasn't for Bill Murray, I probably wouldn't even like Ghostbusters.
Bill Murray's overrated.
Bill Murray. How about, what's that movie, Zombieland? You ever see that?
Oh, Zombieland. That's funny.
When he showed up, and he wasn't in any of the previews, so you had no idea. That was the best cameo ever.
You killed Bill Murray.
That was funny. I
When
like
Woody
that.
Harrelson was all happy, he was like, Woody, Bill freaking Murray. I was that excited too. I was like, I can't believe he's in this right now.
That's great.
Did you see the second one? It actually wasn't that bad.
No, I didn't.
It just came out.
I have not seen it. I love zombie movies, though, so I watch that.
Zombie movies are alright. Oh, I think my favorite zombie movie is Shaun of the Dead. That one's funny.
I like Dawn of the Dead when they're trapped in the mall.
Where they sprint. Can they sprint? No, they just crawl. 28 days later, they sprint.
That's a scary one.
or World War Z.
World War Z, that was scary,
Brad
too.
Pitt. He's my favorite.
You
World
probably
War
have a crush
Z
on him.
was so corny. I couldn't get over the
That's
CGI.
corny for you?
I couldn't get over the
I
CGI.
guess.
Yeah,
CGI
it was
does ruin a
so
lot of things.
terrible.
You know what? I've been watching at work. They have movies on sometimes from like the 90s, and some of those scenes are like pretty chill. Like they have real things exploding. There's not fake fire.
Special. It's real makeup and real special
I
effects.
like it. Makes it more real. Like even though
Yeah.
it is kind of faker, it's not though.
No, it's more real than CGI.
It's more real, but
You can always tell when it's
Yeah,
computer
yeah.
versus.
When's that going to be done? When can we not tell anymore?
You're always going to be able to tell
Always
in our lifetime.
in your lifetime, you old bastard. No, what? No, you know the first time that really took me out of it is when I saw X-Men, when Wolverine goes around the Statue of Liberty with his claw. It was the worst thing. If you go back and watch that, it came out in 2000. It was the worst
That
thing.
just sounds terrible.
I
I
ever
don't remember
saw.
the scene.
Did you see Ex Machina? Just because he said
Ex
X-Men?
Machina.
Whatever.
That's what I thought he was gonna say. Yeah, I love that
Machina.
movie.
Oh, that
Ex
was
Machina.
really
Whatever.
good. Joe Rogan doesn't stop talking about it though.
I know.
I just watched it again. I sat down and watched it with the wife sometime during
That movie
quarantine,
makes me
and she's
sad.
like, what are you watching?
It's just sad.
I made my mom watch that. Ex Machina. Both my parents.
What's scary about that is like that could happen.
It's happening right now.
It's not happening right now, but
Right now.
did you see the robot doing the gymnastics routine?
Yes.
Huh?
How about
It
the ones with
was
the guns? You ever see the ones
crazy.
with the guns?
No, I didn't see the
He
guns.
jumps up the
Oh.
boxes left.
Not
right.
that way. He does like a forward roll, hops up, and like it
Is
was.
that Boston Dynamics?
Yeah,
place?
it's
They
getting
said it was
crazy.
fake, I thought.
No, was
I
it?
thought one of them that came out, they said was fake.
Oh,
maybe.
where they wanted the robot to execute the dog. So then he
I don't know.
Oh,
You saw,
no, I don't
you
know.
saw
It
the
was a
robot
fake
with the
one.
guns, right?
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
not
that
that
was a
one.
fake one
Not
because
that
they
one.
wanted him to execute a dog, and he ended up. This robot had a heart, and he like blew up the place and grabbed the dog and ran off.
That's
Just
great.
kill the dog.
Keep that in.
Oh, you want me to keep that one in?
Yes.
No, here it goes. Humanoid robot shows off impressive gymnastics routine. Boston Dynamics.
Listen, I'm upset right now that we haven't talked about our guest enough.
What?
We were excited
Kyle
to
didn't
get
wanna
Kyle
talk about
on.
himself.
me. I feel awkward when we talk about me.
Yeah,
We can
he
just
doesn't like that.
Really?
shoot the.
But I wanted to
Crap.
talk about you more.
I'm actually really impressed that you've only been training 7 years. It makes me want to quit even more. I've been training so hard.
You should quit.
I'm sure you
but
give
know what
too
your
much
problem-
credit
Wait,
to
what are you talking about?
AI.
When did you start training so hard, Ed?
Right now. Watch this. The robot's going up on his thing. Boo, jumps, forward roll, hop, it spins. Look at that thing. This is getting intense. Those things are going to be running down the street killing us sooner or later.
It's got 20 minutes of battery power.
Yeah, for now. Elon Musk keeps up in
You
the...
ever see The
limit.
Matrix?
Matrix?
Yeah.
Never heard of it. No, of course I've seen it.
1999. That was a great one.
Yeah.
They're going to go on solar power. We're going to burn the sun, and then it's not going to do anything.
You know how many minds exploded when they saw The Matrix?
The Matrix was
Everyone
so
like,
good.
we're all in a simulation.
We could be.
That's when the whole theory came about.
Yeah, but come on. It's just as likely as anything else.
Yeah, I've
What do you
heard
mean?
that.
That's just as likely as reality?
Well,
as
the
different
tiny
gods
probability
and all
that everything happened and it is the way it is, like
That's
that
a
has the
tiny
same
probability?
chances. Yeah, for like life to happen the way it did and like intelligent life to come around and for everything to get built. Yeah, that's a small chance of that happening. Why do you think we're the only things in the universe?
Well,
that
the
we
only
know
things that
of.
we know of, yeah. Dave doesn't know. Look at Dave. He's about to fall asleep.
No, I'm pretty good. We can't do another one on Friday, though. Fridays, I'm wiped out.
All right.
Oh, can we talk more about you not being good at jiu-jitsu? You said that
Go
you've
ahead.
been working so hard. Please, I want you to tell me, when have you been working hard in your jiu-jitsu?
Yesterday, I rolled as hard as I could with Kyle. I gave it everything, and it just didn't
Oh,
work
one
out.
day? Oh, that makes up for it.
Today, I got really tired.
A day and a half.
Tomorrow, I'm tired tomorrow.
Where'd you get your promotions from, Kyle? Are all of them from Opie?
Yeah.
Every promotion?
Yeah.
And is he going to continue your promotions?
I don't know. I think I got to talk to him about that.
We should talk to him.
I'd like to get my black belt from him because he's a black belt from Matt Serra.
The Terra. We talk about Matt Serra all the time
Who is we?
on this podcast.
We do?
I've mentioned Matt Serra at least 6 or 7 episodes.
Oof.
We talked about him with Alan Teo.
I remember
Tio.
that. One. That's one. Okay. You mentioned him. And the other 5 times?
George's episode.
I don't remember.
He doesn't even know.
Have you ever
So-
met him? You ever met Matt?
I've at a tournament. He shook my hand. I was wearing a medal and I saw him in the parking lot. I came in 3rd in a white belt tournament, and he said, "Oh, congrats," and that was it. He looks like a cartoon character. Like the shape of him, like his neck is the
Yeah.
same width as his head. Like it's
Have
crazy.
you seen pictures of him now? He looks even bigger.
Yeah.
And he says he's on the sauce.
Of course.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, like testosterone TRT.
It's the sauce.
It's
Call
different.
it what you
no,
want.
but I feel like that's more controlled. It's not like he's not getting injected with the anabol. What is it?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure.
He's
I
not-
thought the growth hormone, isn't that what, or they don't use that. Is
I
it
don't
just
know,
HGH?
HGH? I think they're just doing
They might.
TRT,
I
the
don't know.
replacement.
No, but I know what you're talking about. I just heard something about that recently, that you got to go on both when you go on
Yeah.
it or something. I have no idea.
I have nothing against it.
Why don't you
Are
start
you
doing
going
it?
to start doing it when you turn 40?
Not when I'm 40. Once I start to, feel a little like I'm going in reverse.
You don't feel that way
going
now?
into the grave.
You don't
no,
feel it?
No.
No?
I'm not breaking. Like I'm breaking, but only because I abuse myself. I'm
Do you
talking about just like day to day. It starts to hurt to get out of bed.
Do you feel like you're breaking down now?
No, I lay all day.
I should probably go on the
figure-
sauce.
You should. I think you should.
You should get blood work and just find out where
I
you're
had
at.
blood work.
What they say?
I was good.
So
All
there
right.
you go.
I had it done like 2 years ago.
Maybe
Maybe
like
3.
55, 50, 60, whatever.
60.
I'll try again
Whatever.
soon.
Joe Rogan already does it. He's 53.
Yeah, but Joe Rogan's a meathead.
That's our clip. Joe Rogan's a meathead. Joe Rogan's a meathead.
I would love to roll with Joe Rogan. He doesn't roll anymore, really.
No. And he doesn't, he's almost never rolled in the gi. I don't.
Wait, he's got a black belt.
Oh, you
from
looking
Jean-Jacques.
down on him? Oh, I love this.
Oh, you think it's a
Yeah.
celebrity belt?
No, I think he's legit black belt, but I think if he put on the gi, I could probably.
Oh, Kyle can get him.
Challenge match.
Yeah, you get on top of him half
no
guard.
gi, I'm sure he would just tear my neck off. No doubt. But I think if he put on the gi, I think he's not used to grips. And he always talks crap about the grips. Like he's always talking about putting on the pajamas or something. And it's like,
I saw some kind of thing on Facebook of these guys that dressed up in suits to show how realistic they could be, and they just started
Yeah.
rolling in suits. I think that's ridiculous.
we saw Keenan do that. He did a training session with shirts and just real clothes.
Yep.
And
Right.
how you could use
Oh,
it.
you could use it? That's
I
cool.
put that on
It's
the-
definitely.
I shared that to the group. That was in the beginning of quarantine, right?
Yeah, you don't need some big jacket.
I've seen the Gracies do the thing where they bunch up the
Yes.
shirt and they do the
Mhm.
cross grips. I think that's cool.
I
Yeah,
like that.
It all works.
Did you see the one where they use the bed sheet?
No.
Yeah, they
Bed
do
sheet?
it. Yeah, like if you're a girl and somebody breaks into the house,
Cool.
they cross collar choke with the bed
I
sheet.
saw Jackie Chan do that in one of his
Oh,
movies.
Jackie Chan's my favorite. He's way better than Bruce Lee. You know why? Because of the humor. I think people don't understand how much the humor it brings it to another level.
I love that you just said Jackie Chan's better than Bruce Lee.
I love him.
Because you're always on Bruce Lee. He's the best. There'd be no MMA without Bruce Lee. You're a big Bruce Lee fan, and now Jackie Chan's better. What did he do? Movies. That's what he did.
Yeah,
that's what Bruce Lee did too. Do you believe
no,
that Bruce Lee is real?
Different. Bruce Lee used to teach. He had people that train under him and teach him real techniques.
Sure. Okay. Guess what? I teach. Okay. All right. Now you're just comparing teachers. Do you think that Bruce Lee
competed too
was really as good as he's made out to be?
He was smaller. I wish he was bigger.
Can you just answer the question? Now I feel like
I don't know what that means. What is as good as who thinks he's? I think he's awesome.
He's like made out to be like this incredible fighter.
This is what I'm saying. He lived a certain style. He lived it. All right. Whether it be on the movies or in real life, he talked and he could walk.
He lived.
He spread. Listen, the whole point of this is to spread martial arts.
Mm-hmm.
He spread martial arts across the whole world.
Right, and he lived the martial arts lifestyle right until he overdosed.
We don't know.
I thought
that.
It was aspirin.
It was some kind of. Listen,
kind
it was.
Tylenol
They used to. It wasn't Tylenol. It was. There was this painkiller that was used in the 70s, like just a regular thing that they didn't really understand.
Diaz talks about.
Yeah, they didn't really understand it yet. So he was taking that, and he was doing some kind of weird like brain shock thing. He used to do all these weird like therapies to try to help his body. I think it had something to do with that.
Paralyzed himself weightlifting.
Yeah?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Remember the movie got kicked in the back?
Yeah, he got kicked in the back.
Okay,
Wait, that's not real?
No, you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got paralyzed weightlifting. He was doing like
he
a ridiculous amount of
honor?
weight. No. He didn't have to fight for his right to teach white people how to
Oh my God. Do you see? Now I like him even less than I already liked him, which was less.
Besides all that, he was. I'm a big fan of Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
He was really important to martial arts.
How about Bruce Leroy? Are you a fan of his?
No, I don't know that.
You don't know Bruce Leroy?
I've heard that he's like Bruce Lee imitator or something, but
it's what's the name
was
of the movie?
Was he on The Ultimate Fighter?
No.
Oh.
No. What the heck's the name of the movie? The Last Dragon.
Why do you keep bringing up the same things over and over again?
Because every time we talked about Bruce Lee, I wanted to talk about Bruce Leroy.
Why don't we talk about Jackie Chan? He's better.
I like Jackie Chan. I've been showing the kids Rush Hour.
Rush Hour's the best.
I
rewatched Rush Hour 2 1,000 times. I thought it was the funniest thing ever.
But now that's funny. But how about if we're just talking about like fight scenes and stuff? What about Jet Li?
Jet Li was chill.
Chill.
He wasn't funny though.
Who's Ip Man? Who's that?
Ip Man.
Oh, that's the guy that was in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, right?
Yeah.
I haven't watched Ip Man. Is it good?
It's awesome. Yeah.
Really? I should have to watch it.
He's supposed to be Bruce Lee's teacher.
Yeah, I don't want.
And you see him come in at the very end, tiny little Bruce Lee. He's like,
I didn't watch.
Train me.
Now I'm gonna watch it. That and Pet Sematary.
Mm.
Watch the original.
What's that?
Watch the original.
I'm gonna do that because I'm a good friend, and I said that I'm gonna do that. Have you listened to Gary's podcast, Ed? I listen to every episode.
How's he doing?
They're improving. Everyone is better and better. And I text him that. Yeah. I mean, now he's on just like a steady path of improvement, but the first couple jumped significantly.
Yeah, I feel like we've plateaued greatly.
We've plateaued?
Yeah.
That's it. We're done.
No, we're not. I mean, we're not going down.
Oh, plateau is fine then.
We're not going up. Just kind of hovering. Just like
Hover.
our jiu-jitsu. We've gotten as good as we're going to get, and we'll just ride this out, and hopefully we could teach Sam how to just brutalize other people instead of us.
My jiu-jitsu's on the rise.
I don't think so.
Definitely on the rise.
If you tap me, then I could say yes to that.
No, because yours is on the rise.
We can't see how we're all improving. You know, we keep going against each other. We need some fresh blood in here to
we had a
figure
visitor
out where we're at.
We had a visitor not long ago, right?
Go ahead, keep talking.
You felt like you did well.
Fine, and I can't prove that I'm getting better. That doesn't prove I'm getting better. I could have just been where I am. I feel like I'm not getting any better than I was.
But they're a higher level than you. So you must be reaching the pinnacle.
I don't know. I've been rolling with Yanni when I see him, and I've been doing worse.
Okay, but Yanni's always getting better.
I know. He gets better so much faster.
Why do we do this? What's the ultimate goal?
I don't know.
Just to get a black belt, and then we can all quit?
No, that's not the goal. That's why I'm fine at brown belt. I just do it because I like choking people.
No, that's not why I do it. I do it for stuff like watching Sam and Dan roll, giggling. I love giggling. That's why I do it. I like to show
the camaraderie of it.
I like to show people stuff and then see it work. See them make it work. Because then if they can keep making it work, they'll do more work than I do, like getting in shape and stuff. So I can just live through them. Like have you ever coached somebody like at a tournament or something?
I'm not like a natural teacher, but I have seen like somebody that I've helped out, and then they pull off in a tournament what you showed them. You're like, oh wow,
when you covered
feels
for me
great
here, everybody loved everything you showed. I want to cycle you back in. When can
Yeah,
we
let's
start
go.
doing that
Cycle
again?
back in.
When can we start doing that?
Come on,
I'll
after your
teach.
surgery, you can still do that too.
I told him that. I said
All right,
that the other
cool.
day.
Yes.
If it's going to get you on the mat again.
Yeah, which speaking of Gary was one of the first people that I actually was working with one-on-one because he was helping personal training.
He doesn't want you using him as a reference anymore.
No, it's too bad. Idiot. Nobody heard that.
Is that the idiot button?
Yeah.
So we used to go to his white belt tournaments, and I used to just get all the butterflies too. It was like I was competing, so I could do that forever. I don't need to compete. Oh, look at Davey. You getting tired, Davey?
You're tired, man.
All right, we could wrap this up.
Well, we were on a good thing right before you had to start gloating about yourself.
It's not gloating. I'm just saying what he's asking, what we want. I just want to.
He didn't ask what you wanted.
He said, "Why are we doing this?"
That's not what you want. Why are you doing this?
I'm doing it because I want to do what I want to do.
I'm doing this because I enjoy choking people.
No,
It's
you
fun.
don't. You don't choke anybody. I haven't seen
I
you choke
choke my
anybody.
brother.
He wasn't even
constantly.
here tonight, and he said he was going to quit. So if he quits, then who are you choking?
I'll choke the next new white belt that comes in the door.
It's a weird feeling, right? Being able to choke someone. You're like, wow, that feels really good.
It feels
Oh, it
really
feels
good.
And it's,
fantastic.
it's surprisingly non-violent.
But you know what I was focused on the most today
Hmm.
was how the three of us were trying to kill each other and having like a pretty good go of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we roll with Sam, the white belt, and get murdered.
Yeah, that was embarrassing.
We're three brown belts and we're fighting hard and we're having like competitive rounds and then Sam just kills us.
I just think Sam's style.
Just give Sam a purple belt so we can all feel less crappy about ourselves.
No, I was thinking about giving him a third stripe soon though.
Our style's not good for him. Like if we got on top of him, he doesn't have a guard, but he
No.
starts on top.
He doesn't start on top. He starts standing.
Whatever, that's on top.
So you're either going to pull or
I'm
you're going
gonna
to stand.
pull. I'm not. He's gonna hurt me.
See,
He's
he's
not gonna hurt
outside
you.
of our
He's-
little rule box. See, jiu-jitsu, one guy starts on their butt, one guy starts standing, but in real life, it's like, why are you already on your butt?
Yeah.
Like, does that mean I'm winning?
Yes, it should.
It
should.
does.
And in Sam's world, it does. In my world, before I started jiu-jitsu, that's what that meant.
That's
you
a good
both
point.
start standing, and you're not ever going to pull guard.
I would.
On the
Unless
street?
unless
Yeah,
it's
I would.
unless you're already getting taken down, you're not going to pull guard. I still kind of live by that,
Yeah, but you
I hate
wrestled.
pulling guard.
You can control it. I'm not gonna fight. I'm just gonna run.
No, over the years I've gotten more timid about takedowns.
it's dangerous.
Definitely.
Because you're getting
Yeah.
older. You don't want to hit the
Yeah,
ground.
that's true too.
That's why. I can tell you right now. I used to love standing. Now, I only stand because Sam wants me to.
Yeah, but for the competitions, the 1 point. So if you pull guard, it should be 1 point for them. I feel like there should be more instances like that where you get 1 point.
Yeah, competition, they definitely have to do something to incite, like, make them more aggressive and
Incite.
going
What
for
are we
the
starting a
win.
riot or something?
Yeah, trying to
Incentivize.
incentivize, that's what I meant. But, yeah, because right now competition matches are so boring to watch. I train jiu-jitsu, and I only watch it to, like, try to study them. But watching them as an entertainment, I can understand why it's not a spectator
I think if
sport.
what if we had like funny commentators, like me and Dave can jump in there and have some fun with it.
Yeah,
Are
that'd
we going to
great.
be funny commentating or are we just going to pick on each other the
Well,
whole
no,
time?
I watch StarCraft, the best video game ever made,
Oh my
and
God.
I watch it for the commentators partially because the games are similar sometimes. They have their repetition, just like jiu-jitsu has its repetition. And through the repetition, they'll just go off on tangents. They'll talk about jokes and life and stuff. And then when the action picks up, then they can go to the thing. And then when it's lull, you could be fun back and
Yeah.
forth.
It's good
Okay.
commentators. So you watch people play video games?
Oh, I love it. It's my
Wow.
favorite. Well,
That's
StarCraft,
interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it
You know,
is
people make
interesting.
millions of dollars doing that.
I've
Yeah.
heard.
for sure.
Crazy.
I've heard they fill stadiums.
So how do you think that Ed and I could get a shot doing something
I
like
don't
that?
think. I think you had to start when you were 3.
No, not with the video games, with commentating something.
Oh.
You think it's too late for us?
It's not. I don't think so. I think we just got to put our names out there, put out some content.
Do you think we'd be
That's
good
not
at that?
restricted by age. No, you can do that.
Do you think we'd be good at it?
He's never seen us do it.
Yeah,
He
I
listens
don't-
to the podcast. He sees us in class.
I want to start doing it with. I want to start videotaping our white belts and blue belts rolling, and then just we could practice doing that. Make fun of them. That's what I want to do.
I don't know if making fun of them
Yes,
is
like
going to be
it's
good for business.
It's in good faith. It's good faith fun. That's what brings a different thing. People don't make fun of other people because they're scared of hurting their feelings. You don't
But
care
you're
about
not.
other people's feelings. You don't even care about my feelings.
No, you don't have feelings.
Are you kidding me? I'm the one who talked to. I cried at radio. Do you cry at movies?
Yes.
Which one? Inside Out?
I probably did, yeah.
Coco?
What?
Coco?
I don't know what that is.
The old Disney movies. I cried at both of those.
No, but I never cried before kids. That's why I said before. Wait till you have. Not the act of having kids is going to make you cry. Once you have kids, it makes you more sensitive to things.
Yeah, because you
And
feel.
you're watching all those kids' movies, those Disney movies
Yeah.
that get
Yeah.
you.
I watch.
Old
That's all
Yeller?
I do. Old Yeller. That's
Old
his favorite
Yeller.
movie.
What year, Ed?
Oh no, that's before my
1920?
time.
No, it's
that's
like
not 20s.
1945 or something.
Yeah, that's
52. So it's early. It's old. 70s.
No.
I don't know when it is.
You just said 40s, 50s, 70s. One of
Hey,
them.
somewhere in there. All right. Let's
you
do
done?
it. Let's
you
roll.
done?
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, come on. It's 10:15.
Kyle, how do you think we did?
I wanted to talk more about Kyle.
I'm glad we didn't.
Yeah, Kyle told me before this that he didn't want that.
Did he say that for real?
Kind of. Not, he didn't say that exactly, but
Well, I felt like every time I tried to bring up Kyle, we very quickly got off topic, and I wanted to go back to Kyle.
well, if anybody's got any feedback, kill yourselves because I'm not taking it.
So, Kyle, this is what I'd like from you, if you wouldn't mind. Why don't we set up a seminar with Opie?
Oh,
That's an idea.
Yeah, I've always loved his instruction. Out of everybody in the area, him and Yanni, in my book, have always been some of the most technical instructors.
Yeah. No, that'd be really great. He'd appreciate that.
I would
So,
like him to be on the podcast as well.
There we go. Would he like to talk on mic?
Are you into conspiracies? Because that's
we can-
definitely where he would direct it.
Yeah, but we can steer the conversation.
Yeah, we
I
divert.
would love for him to tell his black belt promotion story on the podcast.
He would rather tell you his blue belt promotion story.
Fine, I'll hear
Fine,
all
I'll
of
take
them.
it all.
Yeah, because you know who promoted him to blue belt?
No.
Lloyd Irvin.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
And he says there was some, like, he feels that Lloyd Irvin was taking out some aggression on Opie. Like,
Wow. Is that where Opie got the ball up thing?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
I
God.
don't even know what you guys are
He
talking
has the
about.
most
This-
violent blue belt promotions I've ever seen.
But Opie does possibly the most violent promotions I've ever seen. Luckily, there's not that many people there.
So violent that he covers up windows when he does it.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I'm highly against that.
Yeah, me too.
Not a fan.
I don't like it. But
He
we
didn't
can
do
talk
it for
about
my brown belt, but blue and purple.
I like a nice, gentle promotion. Yanni gives a nice soft slap.
You're paying
Stands
for a
up.
service, you know, you don't want to have to go
Well-
through torture.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
like being tortured.
So why don't we end it on this?
Go
How
ahead.
do you feel about the gauntlet, Kyle?
The gauntlet, I don't mind that. That's
cut it
fine.
out. Forget it.
Yeah,
No, just
Kyle,
cut it out.
just get out of here. We're deleting
Cut-
the whole episode.
Cut that. No, cut that part out of the episode.
That's a big
what
controversial
Opie does
topic.
is like a step above the gauntlet.
His gauntlet is,
It's
yeah.
insane. First, you have to do what we do.
What do we do?
The Shark Tank.
Oh, I don't like doing that either.
You don't like the Shark Tank? That's at least jiu-jitsu.
No.
that's
Alright.
the first half.
Yeah, and then the second half we won't talk about on this podcast.
Okay, good. I don't want to hear about it.
Very violent. But I'd love to have him on, and I'd love to bring him in for a seminar.
Wait, can we just do one more thing?
Go ahead, quick.
So we've all been brown belts for a while. Have you fantasized about your black belt speech?
No, actually, yeah. I
Yeah, you
to
have.
say
Of
Yeah,
course you
really?
have.
Wow.
Yeah, but only it would be after another black belt ceremony that I just attended, and it's like, oh man, I wonder what I would say, but I'm not really thinking about that regularly. It's not.
Do we have to give a speech for real?
Yes, you have to give
Really?
a speech. Of course you got to give a speech.
Okay, relax.
You never even thought about giving a speech?
No.
You're a liar.
No, well, I don't know what to say. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are you on Reddit?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, you told me about that the last time. Can you send that to me? Because I can never remember that.
What are you talking about?
Some jiu-jitsu things.
Yeah, but people are listening to this. They don't know what you're talking about.
Reddit. People know what Reddit is.
Yeah, but what are you specifically on Reddit?
BJJ sub. And when you get your black belt, you have to update your flare, and then the mods have to actually verify
Whoa.
who you got promoted by.
Cool.
And then you have like an
Can you
obligatory
Spell that?
write up
BJJ what?
Reddit, and then a subreddit
Is
so it's r/BJJ,
Oh, just BJJ.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, we could be black belts on Reddit and they, yeah.
and then you're highly
Now I want it.
respected.
Yeah, I want to be highly
On Reddit?
respected.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't even use Reddit ever.
It's hilarious.
All right, Dave, you can go to bed.
All right. Good night.
You want me to tuck you in?
No.
Kyle,
I
did
don't.
you have fun on this?
That was a blast.
You think it was good content?
Yeah, this was fun.
I
This
would,
is my first time on a mic, so it feels a little weird, but
good. Can we have you back and actually talk about your jiu-jitsu journey? More about you.
anytime.
All about you.
Sure.
When you're going to have kids.
No. Mm-mm.
When you're getting married. Who's going to officiate
All right,
your
come
wedding?
on, that's enough.
All right. Goodbye.
Great job. And there you have it. A little bit of silliness there. Talking to Kyle. Had a lot of fun. Talking about movies and years. And that's one of my superpowers. What do you
Your
think?
super. What? I don't
I
understand.
just know the years of movies that I like.
You know movies and songs.
And celebrities.
You do. It's like a weird skill to have.
You know who I have the same birthday as?
No. I keep thinking of what's his face from Jackass, but that's when that guy died. on
No,
your
Ryan
birthday.
Dunn. No, Ryan Dunn died on my birthday. McLovin.
Oh, yeah. I
Not
forgot.
only do we have the same birthday, we were born on the same exact day. We're the same age.
He
Also,
looks way younger than us, though.
he looks like a weirdo. Also, more relevant to this podcast, Rafa Mendez, born on the same day.
I forget when, like, you told me this a bunch of times, and I always forget. It never sticks in my brain, which is terrible. But
Yeah, you don't listen to anything I say. Barely listen to this podcast.
oh god,
How do you're going to be a judge right now. People are actually listening to you.
but I don't care. That's the thing.
You care.
I don't.
Well,
I think it's funny that Dave likes Twilight so much.
that's your favorite. You love Twilight.
But he's a grown man.
So?
I started reading it when I was 14 years old.
He didn't even realize it was a book. He just started watching movies.
But his wife probably knew it was a book.
Maybe.
So
What do you think about talking about Twilight? What about Jiu-Jitsu?
what do you mean?
Should we be talking about Jiu-Jitsu or Twilight?
I don't know. I mean, for me, the jiu-jitsu, that's where you guys kind of lose me because I know nothing about it. But I still listen.
I tell people that you're going to start soon.
Why are you lying to people?
You just hate sweat. What if there was no sweat involved?
Then it wouldn't be like working out and getting exercise and being healthy.
Tell people how many push-ups you could do.
Like boy push-ups or girl push-ups? I
Push-ups.
could do some girl push-ups.
Push-ups have no gender.
Yes, I do.
No.
I can't do one boy push-up. I can't even do one. I get down and I can't get back up.
But don't you want to be better?
I mean, it's not a goal in life to be able to do a push-up for
Yeah,
me.
it's so easy that people don't even need to make it a goal.
Okay, well,
What about when your daughters are stronger than you?
a bunch of people are stronger than
I'm going
me.
to teach
It's not.
them. No, I'm going to teach them how to bully you, like I bully Dave.
You already teach them to bully me. You inadvertently teach them to scare me.
Oh,
And I
love
hate
that.
it.
I'm going to get them to scare you for real. They're going to be hiding in closets, under beds, grabbing your ankles. What are you going to do?
Just
You're going to start
scream.
crying in front of them?
I'm going to stomp away.
That's one of my favorite things in the whole world is to scare people. I don't like to be scared, though.
No, you don't.
Yeah, don't do that.
Are you going to scare Dave one of these days?
Dave doesn't have emotions. You know, he's kind of emotionless.
Yeah, but you haven't tried, so...
I guess I could try.
Yeah.
Dave, if you're listening to this, I hate you.
Dave, if you're listening to this, we did try to call you.
Yeah, it's a little late.
You're asleep.
Dave was asking me when it was going to be done. He wanted to listen to the episode before we put it up tomorrow, and I said nay.
No way.
So you'll hear this in the morning, but that takes us to our main sponsor, Core BJJ. You can follow them at Core BJJ on all social medias. Also, go to the website, corebjjnj.com. Dave will be supplying us the supplies, but he will not be on the podcast anymore.
When are you guys going to do your gi reviews?
Oh, yeah, I told Dave to get the microphone. He needs a microphone for the camera or for the thing we got here. He's not doing it. I don't know why.
Do you have a date yet for when your shirts are going to come in?
The shirts should be coming this week, according to him. 2 weeks. It's almost been 2 weeks. So we'll have some shirts. That'll be fun. Also, I haven't been thanking Rob for the music for the past couple episodes. Thanks, Rob.
Does he listen? I mean...
He goes on YouTube sometimes and he'll listen to maybe the intro and then he turns it off. He doesn't have any interest in jiu-jitsu.
He turns it off once his music's done. He's like, all right, I heard it. I'm done.
So, tell everybody what's been going on this past couple days with me.
What do you mean?
With this, just the podcast in general.
You just haven't wanted to
I've been
do
feeling
it.
a little down.
You just been like, I gotta get this done, but I don't want to get this done. But it still needs to get done.
I just
You
need more.
just-
I need more positive feedback.
I mean, you literally waited till today to
I know.
finish it.
I've been like
the
procrastinating.
day before.
Dave's been getting angry at me at that too. Because usually in the beginning I would finish 4 or 5 days before it was going to be released. Dave could listen to it 20 times. He loves that. But I've just been putting it off. This is my normal pattern. I get in my own head. I get overwhelmed for no reason. I think I'm a failure. And then I don't want to do it anymore.
You start off strong and then you kind of just plateau.
So should I just stop then?
Do you still enjoy it?
Yeah, I enjoy the process of talking to people. And sometimes the editing gets a little tedious. So
I
what
mean,
do I do about
You
that?
do sit here for hours.
It takes hours. That's what it takes.
Hours.
It takes, for the way I want it to sound, I got to sit there for hours. And then my butt hurts. My back hurts.
I mean, you could care less about the way it sounds then.
I can't. I literally have it in my head. I just can't change it. It's got to sound a certain way. Can't have the static and all that stuff. And I got to cut Dave's pauses out. Dave likes to pause in between every breath. He thinks we're geniuses. We're not.
Do you want to stop? Is that...
I don't want to stop. I just want to do less editing. So I want Dave to edit.
You could teach him.
I'm not teaching him. He's got no time. That's what I'm saying. We got no time for that. I like sitting and talking to people. That's my favorite part. Sitting and talking. I could talk forever.
When do you find like an intern?
Yeah, I need an unpaid intern that's going to do it exactly the way I want. Not even a single cut different. Why don't you learn? You were going to take over the social media, but then you didn't, and then Dave made fun of you because you never did it.
Yeah, but I don't care. It's not like it hurt my feelings.
Are you mad because TikTok's going to get banned?
No.
You were going to start our TikTok.
Yeah, but then you didn't have anything to put up.
It's because Dave never wants to meet up and do the videos. We got these gis sitting on the shelf at his gym that we're going to do the gi reviews. They're just sitting there closed. I can definitely use a new gi to wear.
I mean, I feel like we definitely know who the weak link is.
There's only two of us. I mean, I feel like we're both the weak link, and then Dave thinks we're the strongest links ever.
I don't know what to say to
What
that.
am I going to do about this guy?
Maybe you should bring in like a third person, like a real, like, try hard. Just someone that makes you feel like crap if you don't do it 100% every time.
Oh, no, that's what I want to quit because I already feel like crap. I just need Dave to quit his job, and he doesn't want to do it.
I don't know what this... I can't help you make him quit his job.
All right, so what do you do?
You just destroy him on the mats, I guess.
He beat me the other day. How embarrassed are you for me?
I wish you never told me that.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. He didn't tap me. He'll never tap me.
I mean, you should not lose to him. You should not.
You're right. But you keep getting me fatter and fatter. You keep less. What did we get today? We ordered some Chipotle. I ate all of it.
We had a guest.
Ice cream sandwich.
We had a guest.
What did we eat yesterday?
Wings.
Yeah, my diet. Oh my, the wings
Oh
ruined.
my God, my stomach
Yeah,
was...
they ruined
I
my
felt
insides.
terrible.
So why did we do it?
Like hours later, not even the next day. I felt terrible like 2 hours
You think
later.
about it, we're paying all this money to just have stomach aches.
I mean, it's clearing me out, I guess.
Listen, today's Monday. While you're listening to this, I got back on my diet today. Today's day one. I'm going to lose the weight. Good thing Dave's not here because then he would tell me that I'm not going to lose the
Why
weight.
don't you do a weight loss challenge with Dave?
With that what?
With that Dave. I was going to go not PG, but I got to remember to keep it PG.
Yeah, seriously.
You wouldn't want to lose to Dave in a weight loss challenge.
Yeah, he's like 195 right now.
You could destroy him, I think.
If I put my mind to it, I'm better than him at everything. There's nothing he's better than me at. Maybe I should. But then if I commit to it and I lose, that's bad.
Again, you're thinking about it in terms of you actually losing.
Yeah, but how long should it be? Until when?
I think it should be longer than your last weight loss challenge.
The last one was 3 months.
Yeah.
How long am I going to do this for?
4 or 5.
That's too long.
That's not too long.
What's today?
Monday.
September? So October, November, December. Why not just till January 1st? We'll get ready for the New Year's resolution.
Oh, and then you could do your super fight.
On New Year's?
No, I mean like in the next year.
I
You've
know,
lost
I know.
the weight. That would be
I-
perfect. You both would have lost weight, been in better shape. Dave couldn't have any excuse. Oh, he's just so
always
much
listening.
fatter than me.
He's always got the excuses.
Whoa.
He loves age. Age is always his big one. So I'll never be older than him. So he'll always hold that one over me.
Oh, God.
But yeah, but everything's not opened up yet still, So we're waiting for that to do a nice big thing. We can have a lot of people for the super fight. So maybe that is a good idea. 2021, we'll get the super fight going. But until then, October, November, December, we'll start tracking our weight every week and see who comes out on top. We got to have some stipulations. So Dave, I know you're listening to this. Idiot. So we're going to do a weight loss challenge. You have no choice in the matter. I'll let you try to decide what we're playing for, but I'm going to dominate you in this, and then we'll do the super fight on camera, dominate you in that, and then we'll do the gi review before all that. T-shirts, other stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, all that stuff.
So I have no idea what we got going on next week. Dave's been, kind of last minute as well with the guests. So who knows? We might end up just doing me and him again, his favorite. We've got multiple people say it's not their favorite.
I mean, he doesn't listen to that, apparently.
He never listens to anything.
Why do you keep doing this?
I feel like if I stop, the only reason I'm still going is because if I stop, I'll feel embarrassed that I quit. I'm not a quitter.
That's true.
I'm a procrastinator, and I push things off, and I start and stop. So if I did stop this, know that it's not forever. Eventually, I'd pick up the microphone again, but I'm just trying not to lose the momentum.
Yeah.
Because if I did stop, I'd be very sad. And then I'd probably eat more, and then get more sad, and then eat more, and then I'd be at 300 pounds in probably 6 months.
Please don't do that.
Well, don't let me quit.
Okay.
Anybody out there that feels like quitting, just know that everybody has these feelings from time to time. I have them all the time. I always want to quit. I just want to lay in bed and never get out. Have Meg bring me my ice cream. Eat the
And
whole tub.
Oreos.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
The Costco. The Costco one, apparently.
We got to sign up for Costco and get some Oreos. That's a problem. So I'm not quitting, and you better not quit either. We're going to keep doing this until the wheels fall off. And that's all I got today. So thanks for nothing, Dave. Idiot. I'll see you guys next week with or without Dave. Not sure yet, but that is it. So this is To The Death Podcast, episode 24.